Hey guys, this is MJ and you're with Splash Pages.
So cheery!
Yay!
The only thing left to say, of course, is the one obvious thing. Hey, stop
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. You are watching Splash Pages. My name is Leo. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard here. We have an amazing show scheduled for you as always, and we'll kick it on over to Kari. How's it going?
Hey, it's going good. Still trying. I mean, it's been like 2 weeks, but I'm still trying to get back in the flow of things. I have a special guest tonight. Ratatosker's nephew, Icarus, the flying squirrel, has decided to join us. So he got out of hiding when I came back. So we have him hanging out too.
Awesome.
And let's go see our other special guests.
MJ.
Hey guys, glad to be back. It really is. I always loved hanging out with you guys, both online and live streaming. And Terrificon was fantastic. And I'm still, like Kari said, still getting into normal life because of course we have to adult and it kind of sucks.
Just a little bit. Mm-hmm. Speaking of sucking, Drew.
Hey! Hey! I said we're not going to talk about that night, okay?
Oh my God, it's not.
It was a lot of Coke Zero, okay? Unlike the two cheery goths, I am doing fine. I have adjusted to civilian life in an adequate fashion, but Terrificon is still A-OK, number one, cat pajamas, rad, great old time. And had an amazing time. Can't wait for other people to upload more of our work. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. But also, it's really great because we get to see people we don't get to see very often, sometimes just behind the screen. Just like someone who's joining us for however long he has, who knows, the one, the only radio famous Chicago's unofficial mayor, Mr. John Sanders.
Woohoo!
Yay! Hi, John.
John, you're on. You're on, John.
I can't hear anybody. I apologize.
You can't hear?
I'm going to take myself out of the picture and bring myself back because for some reason I lost sound. But I'll be back.
Thank you, John. Come on back. That was John Sanders, and he will be back. And in greater numbers, like a Tuscan Raider.
Yeah.
And we might perchance have other people stopping by. We are not sure. But we
Yes.
contacted a couple of the other people that we were hanging out with over in Terrificon.
So just like Terrificon, chaos.
Was there chaos?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
There was chaos.
Hold on. Sir, are you really?
Yes.
We're gonna go there? We're gonna hold on a second. Are we gonna go there, Mr. Pond? Sir?
Oh, yeah, go there.
Are we gonna
there.
go? We're gonna go there. We're gonna go. No, don't take it off of me. No. Don't go there. We're gonna go somewhere else.
I'm back.
Welcome back, John. Can you hear us?
I can hear you fine now. I apologize.
Wonderful. Thank you.
StreamYard does that. It'll change my computer settings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still got to sort
I
out
don't know how
my
it gets there.
headset there. I'm doing it. These are my headsets I normally wear for the podcast.
Nice.
For some reason, the only thing it acts up only on StreamYard, no other program. Only
I
does
know. And it's
No
sad
idea
because
why.
you look adorable with it on.
And
It's
I'm like, I
it's a good
love
look
these
for you.
things, but I can't hear
Absolutely.
very well.
Yes.
I had Paul Cornell on this afternoon, and he was having
Nice.
StreamYard issues as well. So these things happen.
Really, and plus,
Yeah.
this was a really nice gift from somebody, so it was really cool.
So, okay, John, I need to tell you, I told these guys I need to tell you this story because this is about someone you know very well. So I got to talk to one of your comic book besties, the great Tom King at Terrificon. Wonderful, great, him and Mitch are two of the most humble, big creators I think I've ever met.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And two of the funniest. I told
Yes.
him about our live read that we did of the Batman Elmer Fudd, from him and Lee Weeks. And I played him a little snippet of it, the intro. He was laughing so hard he cried.
Oh yeah. I'm not surprised. Yeah. No, that's all. Who played Elmer?
That was me.
And did you do an Arthur Q. Bryan kind of quote and everything? Whatever you took my quote.
I did. Well, I think some of my credit goes to my acting coach, which is the squirrel lady up there, who helped me find what I think is I called it Elmer Noir. So it was Kari, do you want to take this one?
Fitting.
You should do it because you have the voice for it. I mean, Dwayne was falling or whatever.
Right. Wait a second. Dwayne was falling down. It only twinkles down in Gotham. It was a terrible place. My name is Elmer Fudd. I'm hunting rabbits. And I did it. He was crying, like legitimate man tears down he was like, that is so fucking funny. And I'm like, thank you very much, Mr. Quinn.
You got to do the audiobook, or if they
absolutely absurd.
Or MJ's got to hook you up with an animation gig.
Oh my God! Listen, yeah. She's like, so now that I'm more of the show, can we talk about getting some of my guests on? Because that's a market you're just not tapping into. And I'm just like, are we starting to fill up our britches a little bit here? And let's not get a little too ahead of ourselves.
To be fair, a lot of my friends are voice actors.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with that.
They literally said, hey, if you want me, I'm like, hey man, are you doing the XYZ? He's like, yeah, you want to hang out with me for a while? Yeah, I'll pop in. And they'll just pop in if they're not busy.
MJ, this is how most of my interactions with any of our creators are like, hey, do you want to do this show? And you're like, okay, cool. Yeah. What dates are you good? I'm like, okay. That's how we got Mark Wade on. It was just, hey, Mark, do you want to come on a podcast? He was like, sure. I'm super. I can come on.
What is that?
Hold up, I want to see what this is.
Yeah, I'm trying. See, I can't really see it well, I'm afraid, but it says "keep moving forward," right? And that's my Fullmetal Alchemist tattoo.
I thought you were just flexing, showing off those goth guns.
So, and that's actually Vic's handwriting.
Oh,
wow!
Nice.
Wow!
So we met because of when I first got the tattoo. I'm talking like over a decade ago. Okay, well, I was at, back coming in at one of the many conventions, and I hear someone saying, "Oh, that's a great," and I was reaching for the drinks at the after party, That's a great tattoo. And I turned around, it was this man, and I'm like, "Oh, it's loud." He's like, "Oh, you do a really good, Edward. You should think of voice acting." Idiot,
Wow.
right here, because in fact I never really seen a photo,
It's okay. It's okay.
And then we go all hanging out, and he goes, and as we're talking, we're all talking, hanging out, having a good time. He starts with the voice, I'm like, oh, the penny dropped, I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you're Vic Mignogna. He goes, yeah. I'm like, what Vic, why did you do? He goes, because I'm sorry. It was too funny. He was having a good, I'm like, you're absurd. And so I fast forward, all the years and all that. I fast forward a couple of years ago, Super Mega Fest. I said, Vic, before you go, I need a sample of your handwriting because it was well beyond time to touch up my tattoo, with the red. So the red was added. And I said, I need to say, keep moving forward. He goes, yeah, he didn't even ask me. I love the fact he didn't question. He goes, yeah, sure, whatever. I'm like, okay. And he wrote it curved so it would fit on my tattoo.
Smart.
Nice.
So he's really cool about it. He was he's a very sweet person.
Third best James Kirk ever, behind Shatner and Chris Pine.
Listen,
yeah.
I liked him. I mean, ironically, it took 5 years to do that. It really did. Ironic, it was 5 years work. And if you saw Star Trek Continues, the funniest, when Gigi Edgley, when she's coming down the turbo lift, and it's like she's freaking out. Vic had no idea what the hell so she was like over. So when he turns on, he's freaking out. I was like, what? He's like, what's, he had no idea what was going on. So his reaction was actually, he thought cool. She was going to say something, come down the turbo lift. No, Gigi went all out, and it was so good.
Nice.
But
yeah, John, just 10 panels in one weekend. How do you do that?
Dude.
Yeah, honestly, I'm pleased, but I'm also embarrassed because literally it was like, all right, I got you doing 8 panels. I'm like, all right, and sometimes in past years I've been like, like 5 or 6 is more than enough. And he's like, I really need you this year. I got you doing 8. I'm like, okay. And then a couple of weeks later, I was like, is 9 okay? I said, yeah. And then literally the week before, he's like, hey, Joe Kelly really wants to do a solo Spider-Man. Do you mind? I'm like, sure, I love Joe. So I'm like, 10 panels, damn. And I have one on Friday, 5 on Saturday, 4 on Sunday. But I feel like a baseball pitcher that pitches a complete game when I do that many and they're all in a row. Like 5, there were like 3 or 4 in a row on Saturday. And it's like, yeah, I'm like, all right, that's cool. Because like I was telling you guys off the air, truly not to brag, but I did like many years of radio when I was doing 5 days a week, 4 hours a day. So it's like, no, I can do it. I still got that muscle. All right, it works. And again, it's fun, as you know, Drew. It's just a fun. Hey, I would sit down and talk 50 minutes about the Fantastic Four with you people anyway. Why not do it in front of people? Sure.
Listen, I was still blown away that people showed up. I mean, it wasn't just friendly faces, but like people were sitting in the audience, and I was like, "Are you lost? Galactus is down the hall. If you're waiting for him to come to the buffet, that's at least another hour."
Well, that's something to bring up though with the traffic for the since he moved the comic panels to that smaller room. I remember last year, there was traffic, but this year it seemed like there was a lot more traffic in that room, and it's hard to find. There were multiple panels where it was standing room only in there.
But also you're right. I mean, that would be my only suggestion to Mitch for next year is like really make it distinct that comic panels are happening here or whatever. Because we even had a couple stragglers that were voiceover people like MJ, not MJ, but others that were like, am I in the right room? It's like, no, you want the big room. You want the big room. All right. It's
and some of the panel guests were like, we don't know where we're going. I talked to the Boy Scout guy in charge, and he was like, we're trying to find them, but they're on their way looking, and we didn't intercept them, so we gave them a picture. They're looking to see that guy.
I did that with Jeremy Adams. I was like, I'll walk with you so we get to the same panel, and we're just chilling there, and really, it was.
I was going to say, shout out to the Boy Scouts, truly, because it's so great that Steve and his troops show up every year. And also, it's nice in today's environment that we get a nice story about the Boy Scouts, because I've felt so bad over the various malign moments that the Boy Scouts have had, either to them or about lousy people that were involved. And Steve's one of the best guys. I've gotten to know him over the years, and just a sweetheart.
Absolutely.
And they bust their ass for this show. They really
No,
do.
they really do. And honestly, I agree with you. As a former Boy Scout, it's just nice to see that some people are still keeping the Scout honor alive and just helping out people and doing it. And it's always
Really agree.
it's always good. Like, again, I think it's one of those things where I feel like one year we're gonna do like a Terrificon bingo card, and we're just gonna pass it out randomly, and we're gonna see who wins. And it's like, what do you win? You win another chance to do this next year.
Oh my gosh.
Banana Man.
Banana
Man's
no,
on
the
there.
Banana Man has to be the free space. See Banana Man dancing.
Is that the guy? Like, he didn't? Yeah, did he do Peanut Butter and Jelly Time or whatever? I saw him.
No, I haven't seen Peanut Butter and Jelly Time.
He had maracas.
Okay, well, that's
know. Every time I see that man dancing, I'm just like, all right, it's a party now. The bananas dancing.
Yep. Banana dancing banana. But honestly, seeing that Galactus just walk the whole ISO's the head, I'm like, oh my god.
That was cool.
That was cool. That was
great costume.
No. The coolest thing had to be that Kari got him to do a happy birthday message.
Yes.
Kari, tell that story, please. That was
cool.
No, tell them the story, but tell them what didn't make it in, which was just as cool.
Oh,
the one that he said that you didn't record. Remember, you said, "Oh, I should." He talked, and you're like, "Oh, I should have recorded that." Remember?
Oh,
no,
I didn't hear him.
I don't remember.
Cool.
Yeah, Kari, you were like, "Oh, yes."
Okay.
Go.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. I hadn't hit the record button yet. I thought you were talking about somebody that I skipped.
No. I'm talking about what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. So, no, my friend's son. It was his 21st birthday, and she was asking like for a card shower kind of thing. So since I was going to Terrificon, I was just like, he's into comic books. I know this because like she'd made some cosplay stuff for him. Might have been for young. So either way, both of her kids are into comics. So I went around and I got everybody that I could to wish him a happy birthday. And Hannah did great. And I got like Captain Terrificon. I got a couple of Deadpools, which is his favorite. And the really good Superman, the really good Captain America, a couple of families doing stuff. And then I got Galactus. Ghostbusters and the Ghostbuster and Beetlejuice Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
Put together. That was pretty cool.
That was well done.
Yeah.
He gave this really weird cackle. I don't know. But no, I went to Galactus and he was like, before I hit record, I was, trying to size it up and like ask, and his handler guy, the guy in the neon weird hat thing, like I
called him a Tron farmer.
Okay, yeah. The old Japanese farming hat thing with neon lights on it. But I asked him and he was like, "Yes, I shall wish this puny human a happy birthday." And then I started recording, so I missed that part, but he was like, "Happy birthday, Phoenix." And
for as long as this planet allows you a birthday.
But he had to repeat it because the con was so loud that you couldn't hear him. So he cranked it up again. So I had to like cut this recording way down and then like try to yank up the volume when I was putting it all together, which I don't have. I am not Leo. I do not have the talent to like separate things but well, I don't want to put more on him. I figured it out. I got the video together.
Have you seen him? He sports the network. He's got strong shoulders.
I had 25 different birthday wishes by the time it was all said and done. So yeah, and I mean, like, they're only a couple. Some were a couple seconds. Some were like a little group. Yeah, she was. Yeah, making people cry. That's what this episode is all about. Drew made Tom King cry.
There's just so many tears.
That's all right.
It really was a fantastic weekend, truly.
I think the thing that I like
to endorse. It's my favorite show to let people.
It really is. I think the thing that I like is that, like, for me speaking, I come from a background, like, I used to go to cons to get autographs from creators, and me and my friends were suitcases. I mean, Leo remembers, the suitcases of books to be signed, and I'd get them done. Fortunately, because I work with Leo and all these lovely people, that's transitioned. And I think now I find doing interviews, now even panels, is just so much more satisfying. And Terrificon is such a family con. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it really
we have
is.
we have our team. There are people we see every year. Every year we make new friends. Every year we make new acquaintances in the industry. We get to see old friends like John Suntress in his glasses and blazer over t-shirt combo.
Not this year, but yes, I did have my glasses, but I didn't have my blazer.
You're stepping
Well,
it up.
I'm proud to say I've lost even more weight, and it's boxy now. Hey, speaking of weight, here's Dean Haspiel, everybody.
Speaking of black t-shirt, the man
And
whose Matrix outfit will be a black t-shirt and pants and wonderful.
Oh, wow! Suddenly it's an R-rated panel. I like this.
No, Leo, don't slow-mo freeze frame that. That's not how his Kickstarter is going to get more money. Buy Dean's shirt off of his back for the price of this Kickstarter.
Man, that's the only thing that's going to be written on my gravestone is that Dean took off his shirt. He didn't make any comics.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You're the one who keeps doing it.
Excuse me.
I've never
Excuse
heard.
me. Sir, you cannot talk because you had one of your first cosplayers at this convention, and you literally looked like Ralphie when he found the Red Ryder BB gun under his Christmas tree. You were like,
I know. No, that's why I'm here, is to thank Kari for the only cosplay person to ever cosplay a character of mine. Number one. So this is my first. I've been de-virginized by Kari. Okay.
You were my first cosplay, so we were each other's firsts.
There we go.
Oh boy, this is just so sweet.
That's beautiful.
I think I caught the terrible.
It was awesome, and I truly appreciate it. I actually wrote briefly about it in my recent newsletter. Thank you, Kari. You did a great job. It was awesome.
Dean, I had a question. Wasn't Red Hook based on your mother?
You mean the Coney?
The Coney.
Right. I'm sorry. The Coney. Wasn't the Coney based? She was based on your mom, right?
We like to say that.
Because I was going to ask, did you show it to? Hey, look, Mom, it's you, and you're like, that's not me.
That's the first thing I did. The minute I took a picture, I sent it to my mom. She was like, "What?" She was blown away by this, and it was awesome.
Kari,
and yes, semi inspired by my mother. Also, also inspired a little bit. Who's the actress? Woman Under the Influence.
Oh, Jenna Rollins or no?
Jenna Rollins, right?
It is Jenna Rollins. Okay.
Jenna Rollins. And then wasn't she in a movie where she's like with a kid and a gun, and she's trying to protect?
No, Gloria. Yeah, that's
Gloria.
The original Gloria. Sharon Stone did the remake, but Cassavetes' wife.
Cassavetes, right?
Yeah, Jenna Rollins. Yeah, it is.
There you go, Kari.
The Coney
once it's a role, it's not Janine Garofalo.
No.
So the Coney was semi-inspired by Gina Rollins, like that tough broad type, and my mom's a tough broad. So, but she's also a psychopathic vigilante, the character,
Kari.
who we come to love, I think, and if you read the series, and she's like one of my favorite characters that I've ever created.
Dean, you just literally described the trajectory of how Kari became part of the show. So well done.
Oh, wow.
Yes, just, dedicated fan, guest star, dedication, blackmail, threats, vigilantes.
Rose up the chain.
Vigilantes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why she keeps her squirrel hand strong,
Keeps the squirrel hand. I also, if I ever can, I have a couple of Red Hook stories lined up that if I could ever do someday. Right now, I'm doing a comic strip, which is only 4 to 6 panels, so they're tight. But the next story I want to do is basically a mother and son story, and the title is "Son of a Bitch."
Yeah, I've been waiting for that because you'd mentioned it.
Yes, son of a bitch. And I've been I've been writing this, and I hope I can do it, but it has to be called that. And I have a feeling, if I'm the publisher, fuck it, it's called Son of a Bitch, right?
Right.
If I have to take it to a publisher, they might think otherwise.
Or
where's the strip running? Is it exclusively in the paper, or is it also
it's in the
online?
Red Hook. It's in the Red Hook Star Review, and then there's a Village version of it in Manhattan called the Village Star Review. So, and I'm curating a comics page, which is a lot of fun, where I'm doing this monthly comic strip. I was like, well, it's Red Hook. It's got to be the Red Hook. I'm not going to invent anything else. So, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, and it's difficult because I'm trying to. I started off pithy, and then I did 2 that are much longer.
nice.
And I'm like trying to learn how to condense. It's such an art form, to really convey an idea in few panels.
There you go. So
Have you ever
Especially
heard
with-
those Kniff? Oh, I'm sorry. Please, Kari.
no.
I was going to say, especially introducing a new audience, because I mean, people who follow the Red Hook are going to be reading it, but having it be a short form and new people reading it, it's like don't know who the characters. You have to give in a little bit more information. So it's
so what I've been doing is the opposite. He's just a guy that wears a red costume. So far
Daredevil.
And although I have some,
Daredevil.
it's just like I was talking about this recently with stories, like how a lot. What was great about the new Superman movie and Fantastic Four is that you came in late, right, to their story. So there's no real origins. They discuss origins, and everybody who knows these characters know the origin. But really, it's like Star Wars. When we saw Star Wars, we didn't know it wasn't an origin story. We got thrown right into it. You had to figure it out as you went along, right?
Yep.
So that's what I'm doing with this strip. Is I'm not going to explain the Red Hook. He just is what he's a bartender and a superhero, and he's reluctant. But that's not what the stories have been so far, So, and if you're going to question a guy with floppy ears, I get it. It's weird, but. He's a good guy. So it's the actions that speak louder than the words.
All right, Dean, I have 2 thoughts on that. Number 1, whatever you do, no false advertising, because for Fantastic Four, I saw none of Franklin taking his first steps. Okay?
Wow.
So, that was ridiculous.
I thought it was, no, it's a misdirect because you saw Galactus walking around.
Yeah, exactly. So,
those were his first steps because that guy's floating around in a chair.
Exactly. So, 2, no matter how ridiculous, if we could take the Tick seriously, you can do anything.
Oh, sure.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Have you heard Kniff being interviewed by Will Eisner on that Shop Talk DVD? It's the audio. They're in that book of Shop Talk interviews, and it was in the Spirit Quarterly when Kitchen Sink Press was publishing it. But actually, you can hear the audio interviews if you get that Will Eisner documentary that
I have that. I think I have that.
Yeah, and it's cool because he talked about pacing an adventure comic strip, and not only the stuff that was in 5 days a week, but then there are certain papers that some would run it on Saturdays,
right?
Not everybody, so that had to kind of be this weird hybrid of, all right, we'll continue the story for the 5 day a week, the 6 day a week people,
and then you do the Sunday.
Right, and some people only ran the Sunday, so they had to get a kind of recap in that Sunday page and still be able to follow the story.
So what's interesting about what you're saying is I was doing a little bit of homework. I was like, I've read strips all my life, and then some were serialized and some had contained. And because this is a monthly paper, I'm doing self-contained little solo stories, right? I'm not going to do a serialized thing. But it did make me think about wanting to do a serialized, 4 to 6 panel, whatever strip.
Yeah.
But I was looking online, and man, they're not that good. These serialized strips, they're not really doing a good job. It's hard to do a cliffhanger every time. You can't do
the current ones, or are you saying, because really, are you saying that about the old stuff too?
No, not the old stuff were great.
Yeah.
It really is like, I feel like
who's doing it? Who's doing
I don't want to name names. I don't want to name names.
Fair enough.
But I was looking at stuff. I was like, well, how would I do this? And in a way, I think I would be good at it. The problem is, where do you do, like, what does that pay, a serialized strip?
Oh, please. Absolutely. No.
And,
yeah.
So that would be difficult because, but whatever. But then, well, it is hard to do these done in ones monthly. Okay, fine.
Right.
I try to do something pithy or something that's meaningful, whatever. But then I was thinking about what do they give you for the monthly? And as many panels as you want? How do you do it? So this is it's great. That's a great question. I'm pulling it out right now. So
Yeah, I appreciate it.
what I did is that because it's a strip, right? And I've been doing a bunch of panels across whatever. That's how I present it in the paper. But the way I'm drawing the comic is like a comic book page. Okay.
Oh, sure.
But you'll
Yeah,
notice
cool.
this here is the halfway point. I actually did the math. So this part we then get put over here. So you get you get this part up here and you get your strip, right? And so that's what I've been doing. I've been drawing them like pages, but the halfway point is the middle. And I've been playing with two panels on top of each other. This is coming out next month. And then I color them and I do, I add other value to it. And I've been hand lettering for the first time in years, which is weird.
Nice.
I did realize I wanted to repurpose this, kind of like when I did Webtoon with the. I had to make a vertical scroll comic, right? But I was drawing them as traditional comic book pages. Except I had to abandon. We've talked about this, John. Like I had to abandon landscape panels. You can't do that because it's all tall. It's a roll of toilet paper, right? So
yes.
Everything is taller. I'm doing taller panels. You can break it up by having the words outside of the panel because it's just easier to read in a Webtoon, all that stuff. But I was also consciously aware and laying it out for eventual traditional print comics, and that's the same thing I'm doing right now with my strip. Even though I'm doing a long strip, I'm cutting. It's always going to have a middle line. No, if it's just one or two panels here or four panels, whatever, it doesn't matter. It just thank you, George. So anyway, that's what I'm always thinking ahead.
Well,
That's cool.
Well,
I was going to ask, what do you have going on? Are you still continuing on with is it Snip Snips?
Oh, Slip Slips.
Slip Slips. Sorry, because I was reading about that, and that looks really cool too.
So Slip Slips, I wish I had a copy of it here. It's a newspaper type, magazine, let's call it, and it has a lot of contributors, and it's very artsy and poetic and very New York. And there was a debut at Dixon Place where Bob Sikoriak, he has that carousel he does where people read their comics and perform their comics. And he does a lot at this place called Dixon Place in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. So there was the debut party for this paper, but when I saw the paper, it was so big. It was bigger than it was definitely twice the size of like a Daily News or New York Post or something like that. And I was like, why did you make it so big? And he's like, we didn't realize it was going to be this big. It was just so much cheaper to do it that big. I was like, so it's funny when you learn about certain printing sizes, like newsprint is more expensive than it's ever been. And it's the cheaper paper.
Because fewer people are using it. Is that why it's
I guess fewer people are using it. It's also evoking a certain time and era, and a feel and an aesthetic,
Is McSweeney still doing their yearly, things that they used to do and everything?
I don't. You mean like the book? I don't think so.
They did the book, but I know also they did. I remember a couple of years they did the old newspaper format, like Wednesday's Comics that DC did a few years ago.
Right. Well, this is the Red Hook Star Review, which is like your normal tabloid size, whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's very grassroots.
And this is a monthly. It's a monthly free paper. I'm assuming. Is it a free paper?
So Mark Jackson, who's in England, he curates this page, and I curate this page. Okay,
that's great.
So it's like a 2-page spread, and then there are more comics literally out there, including Stan Mack, who is one of the original like Village Voice cartoonists. Stan Mack, who would like do lots of observational reportage type comics.
Okay, sure.
This is something of his. Sorry to be using the podcast for the visual medium, but
no, we love this.
Right.
That's Stan Mack, and this one's really interesting because it's all about ice, and you don't get to the punchline until the end. But yeah, I mean, I do this comic strip, and like it's free. And what's interesting, and of course, this is why the publisher George Fiala wanted comics, is that more people will pick it up because they like comics, and
Yeah.
And apparently it's been selling out. When I mean selling out, it's a free monthly, but you can't find it anymore anywhere within a week, which is awesome.
That's so great, man. That was always my fear, that free papers were going to go away. And, the Reader, I don't know if you guys get the Reader on the East Coast or,
I remember
whatever.
the Reader, the Chicago Reader. Yeah.
And it's, it's kind of still exists, but certainly not at the size that it was. And, I know the Village Voice is kind of a zombie website, even if it is a website anymore. And it's so disappointing because, man, and especially like Dino and I are, close to the same age. And we grew up on that stuff, man.
And like I wouldn't say we took it for granted. You just didn't know that
we didn't know
they
would be there. Yeah, exactly, man. We thought they'd be there forever, man. No, I hear you.
And what's cool about this is somebody once talked about what's great about a newspaper, for instance, is that you start on the front page, and if you wanted to, you can go through every page, and you can skip some stuff, or you can read some stuff, or whatever, and finally you get to the last page, right? And then you close it, and it's over, and it's done. On the internet,
beautiful.
It is the endless rabbit hole.
Oh, 100%.
Click, 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 click. You can never leave. There is no 24 pages.
And also, unfortunately, with algorithms, they curate what you see subconsciously. You don't realize it. But you like legal stories? All right, we're gonna give you a bunch of legal stories. And it's like the great thing about the paper was the randomness of, I didn't know there was a clean water issue in Flint, Michigan until I read this story. Things like that. So we're less than.
And you're not looking for it. But this paper, that's what a newspaper does at best. Is to provide things you didn't know you were interested in.
So So first thing, thank you guys for sharing all that. That was fantastic. Moving back to Terrificon, I had a question for you guys, because for you creators, and John, I would call you a creator in manifestation, because radio still counts.
Thank you.
Because one of the things that I think is one of our favorite things as a podcast is the after-con meal. And our headquarters in terms of after-party festivities is the Great Leo Pond's house. And like we usually just like order some food and we invite whoever's with us. So for people like MJ above us, getting invited to these things is the belle of the ball, So
I'm like a vampire. I don't go anywhere. I'm like a vampire. I don't go unless I'm invited.
Did you hit any of the restaurants though in the casino, MJ?
We did. We ate so much pizza. We had like far too much.
All right. Well, that truly Pepe's is, and I say this as a Chicago pizza snob. So Pepe's is excellent pizza.
I'm sorry.
We ate there last year.
I think the person who was a bit more of a snob this year was Jimmy Palmiotti, because hearing him just crack about the Connecticut being the best pizza.
Well, yeah. Now wait. Yeah, we don't need a billboard that it's the pizza capital of the world. Get over yourself, Connecticut. No, but it is great pizza. I mean, it's and again, hey, I like New York pizza too, but there is room for more than one. And also, again, Connecticut is fine, but the best, no.
So not yet. And actually, I live on Carroll Street in Brooklyn, in Carroll Gardens, and my corner, which is about, 150 feet from the corner, from my apartment, there's a line that forms all the way around the corner. There's a pizza place. Look it up. It's called Lucali's.
I've heard Lucali's.
You've heard of it?
Yes, I have.
Like big old, what do they call, Escalades or whatever, with their grunts and their soldiers and their army, and they're all watching movies in their Escalades while like Beyonce and Jay-Z are getting pizza. And it's like weird because I don't like, you have to walk 3 or 4 blocks over to where the restaurants are on Smith Street or whatever. So where I live, it really is just residential. It's a bodega, and happened to be this pizza place called Lucali's, And someday I'll tell you a longer story about the guy who runs and owns Lucali's.
We'll have you on soon enough. Don't worry, buddy.
You'll have me on someday.
Looking forward to it. Yeah. But like MJ got, like, again, you got to come with us on, I guess, Chinese food night at the pond.
And Steven too.
Oh, good.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you go to Tao? Did you go to?
No, we just order the food and we just go back to Leo's. And so
Oh,
literally it's fantastic because we're all just sitting in his living room shooting the
yes.
shit. And it's probably more entertaining than anything on Netflix right now.
And eating far too much Chinese food. Far too much.
Oh my God.
I'm still really
So
embarrassed.
It's so good though.
And
Oh God, Kari, I'm still so sorry.
It was everything I need. So I'm a cosplay. I do a lot of cosplay work. Okay. So I did Gambit, and I built everything, and I was dying. I'm like, someone's like, "Hey, you want food?" I'm like, it's food immediately. Yes, first of all.
Well,
and then like, "Oh, we're going to Leo's." I'm like, "Really?" I was like 3 shades of excited. You thought I would just got tickets to Disney. It was so funny.
I've never been there, man. I did discover something that we're talking about.
Yeah, I'll go.
Right.
we'll take you to Leo's.
Right?
Yeah.
No,
Listen,
Leo's.
we would love to have an after party at the ponds. We invite creators, and I would love to see Megan. Like, oh, you just invited more friends to the convention. I was like, yeah, we got a rager. You know, we're gonna see how many beers we can pump in the Dean Haspiel. You know, usual stuff.
Whiskey.
Oh yeah. Oh, a friend of mine gave me
root
beer whiskey. That is, oh my God, so good. But I'm like 10 minutes away from the casino.
Oh, nice, man.
Now I get it. We're going to your house. They were at your house.
Yeah, we were at his house.
Yeah, we're at his house.
It was.
I kept it cheaper. I mean, I did it. We did a dinner with Howard Chaykin and gang, and John, we could talk about your panel. But I ate it. What is it? Rockets? Something? Johnny Rockets.
Johnny Rockets. So good.
Kept it simple.
It's fun. It's a chain, but it's fun.
Kept it. I don't have that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? So,
what
I did spend money, and it was delicious and totally worth it. What was it called? It had to do with like hash. It was like a breakfast place. Something.
Oh,
hash.
Yeah, the hash house. Yeah. That's good food.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It was really good.
So
that was worth it.
I wanted to try the pawn shop that apparently Rick Harrison. The front of it is a pawn shop, but it's fake. And then you go behind a secret passage supposedly, and there's a full restaurant behind it.
What?
But, Franco was telling me about it.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
Who did it? And Chuck and I wanted to. We didn't have time to do it. So next year.
Oh yeah, but
and next year you owe me a trip to the Roadhouse. We're gonna have some whiskeys there.
Oh my God, I had to keep hearing about this the whole weekend. Kari's just like, listen, after the con, Dean and John and Keith invite us out to the Roadhouse. Can we go? And I'm like, Keith, why are you talking to me like I'm your chaperone? Yeah, if I'm dropping you off, you can go. You're a big girl. Go have fun with the creators. Ride the mechanical bull.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I didn't. Well, I won't name, but I got mistaken for one of the creator agents, and Sharon, Mitch's wife, my buddy Chuck, as you guys know, he's my buddy, and
right.
He's my producer. He's my road producer and stuff.
He's great.
It was sweetheart of a guy. And we get there, and we see Sharon first before we see Mitch, and we're getting our badges. And Sharon gives me this really dirty look, and she's like, "You're really using a lot of badges this year." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, 15 badges, and I'm like, "Sharon, it's just me and Chuck." I'm like, "No." And then Mitch like, "Oh no, she thought you were X." Well, this guy, I'm not a big fan of this guy, but he went to the Roadhouse apparently, and he got on the mechanical bull, and he really hurt himself. And the guy walks around with a cane. If I had a cane, would not be getting in near any mechanical bull.
Absolutely not.
Come on.
No.
Whatever. But yeah, and I'm like, Sharon, I am not X. Okay, please.
We got in the same thing. Somebody was, that got passed around, and I think I upset her accidentally. Like,
Kari.
Well, no, I told you guys about this. When we were trying to set up our interview booth, we had a couple of technical issues. Like the soundproofing thing was heavier than the poles could handle, and we didn't realize it until we were setting it up.
Yeah.
And they set up the Terrificon booth with those big, heavy, steel poles or whatever.
Sure.
And they were right next to us. So I just walked over because I was getting out of the way because I tend to break things or knock things over
It's okay,
if I'm
Kari.
just in a close distance to them.
You tried.
And so jokingly, she was asking what was going on. I was just like, "Oh, our pole." I'm like, "You wouldn't happen to have any more of those, would you?" And she was like, "No." And I was like, I was trying to, I was kidding. I didn't think you actually did. I'm just like, "Oh, we're just setting this up." And then I stopped back over by because I was talking to the other guy from there that was setting things up, and he had gone and she was standing there. She's like, "I told you, I do not have any of these poles for you." And I'm like, No, I don't need them. I was just, but she was stressed. We were, it was setup day. Everybody's running around doing things. I just hope that she understood that I wasn't really trying to
You were good,
hey,
Kari.
can you just run backstage and do this for me? No.
No, I know. Chuck was like, "Hey, you should ask Mitch." I'm like, Mitch is putting out 12 fires a minute. I'm like, and so is Sharon. I'm like, all we do is, whenever I see Mitch at the show, it's like, "You doing all right? Okay, I'm out of your way. Do not worry about me."
He walked by us. He walked by us the first time, and he was like, "What?" We didn't say anything. We were just like, and kind of ducked our heads back to because we were busy. He was like, "What? Do I have resting Mitch face?" Because we have that joke going on with him now, and it was just like we missed it for a second. It's like, no, we're fucking busy too. It's not all about you, Mitch.
Yeah. Every year, I just wait for my nod from Mitch. I just walk in and I'm just like,
I got a hug and a photo this year. I was like,
yeah, you're upgraded. I got a hug and 2 panels, so we're all upgrading here.
Dean, you gotta, because honestly, as someone that was in the audience during Chicken's panel, the one guy that
I was going to bring that up, John.
Yeah, please, because you tell the story, I'll fill in any color.
Oh yes, I think I heard about this, but I want to hear it from Dean.
Leo, I hope Leo was able to film it, but go ahead.
So I'm running a little late, but I figured I would come in a little late, like 10, 15 minutes, whatever.
Fashionable.
And I see a guy going in the door before me, and then I notice, he's like on a rascal or whatever, like one of those things.
Yeah. Okay.
So he opens the door, and suddenly there's like a crash sound. I scream jokingly, "My balls!" Right? Like, I don't think anybody heard me. It might be on your recording, John.
I didn't hear it, but I definitely hear the crash.
But there's a crash, so everyone's looking at this guy, and we're all concerned or whatever. Basically, he does get in. He parks sideways. I go all the way around the room. I get toward the front because I know that I'm going to be, trying to get into the conversation a little bit. And then they're like, there's a phone ringing, and it's the guy, and he's trying to pick up his phone or whatever. There were like 2 or 3 times he had another, and the first time, I forgot to turn my phone off.
Right.
No, he didn't forget to turn it. He just kept it on, and he was getting phone calls.
And also, what else happened? So he crashes through, and I'm a jerk. I'm like, God, the only thing was missing was you to go, "Oh yeah," because it was like
exactly.
Oh my God,
crashing through the wall.
I remember that.
It's a guy on a rascal. I'm a total asshole. I know, but I couldn't help it. It was just so insane. But then the phone, bloop, boop, boop, bloop, boop. I mean, it wasn't even a normal ring. It sounded like an 8-bit video game, and it's like, and it was great. And then also his sister comes in and he starts having a conversation, and Howard notices if a flea itches.
Oh no.
And everyone's not paid it. And then so literally after the 3rd time, he's like, "This fucking guy again." And it's like,
and the guy didn't give a crap. And I don't even know if he was there to see Howard. Like, what? It's just so super rude. And the thing that's messed up is like, we're supposed to have more empathy because the guy's in a rascal. But after a while, I'm like, fuck you.
No shit. Exactly, man.
You're in a rascal for a reason now.
Damn.
As much Costanza would say, we're living in a society. It would be nice if everybody participated. And it's
wow.
Hey, by all means, we're ready to give you courtesy. But don't just be, it's my phone. What's the problem? Yeah, it's my sister.
Oh my
I'm talking to her. You got
God, I missed
it. Yeah, because we're doing a little performance. I don't know how to break.
God damn, Dean Haspiel's taking kneecaps out here, kids. God damn.
I missed the perfect role-playing excuse for my entire life to call him out for being a rascal when I was dressed as the Coney.
Because
God damn it,
It's
Carrie.
funny. I don't
You
know
had
if
one
you
job.
know this, but the Red Hook's original character name was the Rascal.
Yes.
And I did a short story where there's another character named the Red Hook, and he dies. So the Rascal steals, because he was a thief at the time. He steals the name the Red Hook, and that's part of his little origin
But
story. Anyway,
his
there you
mom
go.
still calls him Little Rascal.
Little Rascal,
And
Little Rascal. That's
I
right.
I
That's right.
felt bad because we didn't have the scouts in the room to give us the time checks, and I was relying on Chuck to do it. And I love Chuck, but Chuck, I'm like, all right, Chuck, you got to do like, all right, 5, 5, 1, 5, and he'd be like,
Yep.
and then real fast, I'm like, I don't know what you're doing.
What do you
And
say?
meanwhile, Howard's trying to talk to me, and I'm like, I don't know what you're doing. And of course, I'm
Right.
not looking at him. John, are you listening? Yes, I'm listening, Howard. I apologize. And
And-
I'm like, Chuck, all right. And finally, I just gave up. And I'm like, all right, how much time, Chuck? How much time, Chuck?
Hey, that's much better. I had one of our friends, the great Justin Cooper, signal me that I was like at the 15-20 minute mark so I could ask questions by flipping me off. So, that's much better because he would just be like,
Yep.
Drew,
and I'm like,
I get it.
oh, okay, that's
Honestly,
the signal,
So how much time do you leave for questions? Because honestly, I'm like of two minds. On the one hand, as I say, usually at a lot of panels, I'm like, hey, we can go the full hour. But obviously, you're the ones who paid for tickets. I want to give you a chance to ask questions. I hate listening to podcasts where they're at a convention and it's like, all right, we got 5 minutes left for questions. It's like, yeah, what? Hey, jerk! Like the people that bought the tickets, maybe they have questions, man.
I
Let them
think
ask questions.
how do I say this? Because I generally assume it's like an hour, but I was like, but it's really 45 minutes. And then it depends, again, I try to like leave 15-20 minutes. That's what the guide to paneling by John Centris told me. So follow that. But I mean, I think the funniest thing was I was doing the Jeremy Adams, and Carrie can back me up on this one. I got the time wrong. So I thought it started at 4 instead. Like it started at 3 instead of 3:30. So I was looking at the time, and I was like, "Yeah, we're running a little. So the time for questions." And Carrie gave me the look, and I was like, "Oh shit, we have another half hour." So I was like, we just kept talking. I was like, "No one will notice my mistake if we keep talking entertainingly."
Steranko one year was like literally a half hour early and just started, and thankfully there was nothing before him, so he just started talking, and no one told me. And I showed up, early, like what I thought was 15 minutes early. He was 15 minutes into talking by himself, and I'm like, Jim, I would have been here. No, I wanted to go on now. It's like, all right, you Jim Steranko.
Okay.
felt like Chad. I still hope, and Leo, we're going to have to dig for it, but last year's panel with Chaikin and Marty Keene, while we were waiting for Marty to get there because the boys, dude, Chaikin, John, you were there. That was just off the hook. And Dean, you showed up and were in the audience for it. But that was what, like, I was terrified of Howard Chaikin after that panel because he was just going off and having so much fun. But he did the thing where he was like, and how many of you here know what my work is besides Star Wars? And I'm sitting behind a camera and I'm just like, I don't want to get involved in this conversation because
I don't want to raise my hand.
Because I haven't read your Star Wars, but I don't want to go into this, I don't want to like accidentally, because he's talking to people, he's getting people going, and I'm like, I'm just sitting behind the camera. But oh God, now he's like my favorite person ever. So, well, no offense to you guys, but oh, you got it. Oh, that's me.
Yeah. Are you able to hear it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Look at all that hair, Carrie.
Jesus Christ.
We just recorded all different panels, so you want to see it up later?
Say what?
Yeah,
Those are classic. No. Oh, you're those people. Okay.
yeah, I'm those people.
Yeah, you're one of those people, Carrie.
It was.
Should we wait for him or should we start?
You know what's funny? You see every day there's this phone. Oh,
did anybody come to collect him, or is he supposed to be on his own? I would, because I'm so fucking special, like the Olympics.
God damn.
Oh, he goes off about.
If I may real fast, says she's like, oh, you draw comics? You ever draw the Turtles? I never fucking draw the Turtles. And said this to Mitch's mom. And Mitch's mom's like, one of your creators really dropped an F-bomb on me and stuff. And he's like, was it an old man with glasses and a beard? Yes. He's like, yeah, I know who that was. Yeah.
And does he remind you of Cheswick from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? Yes.
Every day.
When he grew the beard, cigarettes. It's true. When he grew the beard, I'm like, Howard, you've gotten very rabbinical in your old age. I go, really? I'm expecting the Talmud to come out of Howard. When I
and now that he sang to me when we were standing over after the show, and I was just like, I'm just captivated. It's like I don't want to be weird about it, but there's like this Silver Fox moment and this voice that just, and the way, because he projects and he sings to you. He doesn't just sing, he's like performing. And it's just like, oh, please, I could just sit here for hours and just, do that.
Again, there were two moments with, what's funny, because again, Kari was terrified of him. She was like, I'm terrified of Howard Chaykin. I was like, good guy. Okay. Like,
no, I'm not at all. I'm like,
no, that's not. She's like, oh, Uncle Chaykin.
Yeah. Exactly.
But no, the two moments was one, and Dean, we told you about this, where she gave him the songbook.
Yeah.
And Kari was like, he gave her a hug. I was like, you just hug Howard Chaykin. Do you have any idea how many Star Wars fans would kill to be you? You know? And then when he sang to her, and he just started singing, and I was like, I got to record this. People need to know it's not just Angry Man. It's Angry Man with a voice.
Last, they got that arcade at the bottom, or when and we all know. So for people who haven't been to Terrificon yet, when you first open right near the convention center, there's an arcade. If you take the stairs or the escalator right there, there's an arcade on the floor below it, and it's a full arcade. But in the back room, there's a karaoke space.
Right.
And so a couple of years ago, Stephanie Phillips, Cully Hamner, and I, and a few others, we all got together. We were all just having fun, and it's a private room. It's glass. It's a glass wall, but it's just you guys. So we're all hanging out. So Howard's tabling next to Walt Simonson, and I go, Howard, I go, seriously, man, this is the next year. I'm like, last year. I'm like, Howard, you got to come and karaoke with us. I don't do fucking karaoke. I'm like, Howard, I go, it's a private room. I'm not saying doing it in front of the tavern. I go, literally, we should do Zing Went the Strings of My Heart. And without missing a beat, dear, when you smile at me, I hear a harmony. I'm like, that's my point, Howard. You're always fucking singing. I'm like, exactly. I'm like, this is the thing, man. And then you'll have a nice band behind you and stuff. Because that's the great thing is, if it's a good karaoke, you feel like Sinatra when you're doing the Great American Songbook.
He likes to be contrarian, though. He likes to be contrarian.
John, trust me, if there was some sort of karaoke at Terrificon, you can ask Kari. I would be there. I was like, let me show you all what Splash Pages can do.
Well, I was trying to gather people this year. I told Steph and Will Dennis about it and everything.
Literally any song from Steven Universe. I'm so down. I know.
Come on, MJ. Yeah. Yeah.
And
I'll clue you in on a little secret about Mohegan Sun. You talk about taking the escalator down. I used to work there, and the offices are all underneath the casino. Like we were like 5 levels beneath. Not too many people know this, but the casino was actually built on an old. It used to be a nuclear power plant.
Oh God.
Yeah, and they had to keep on.
I thought you were going to do the poltergeist thing.
I was expecting Burial Ground as well.
Me too. I got really concerned.
All of us were like.
That's actually where Drew and Kari, where they stayed. It's a hotel where they actually moved the.
No, it's a poltergeist hotel.
It is poltergeist.
Yeah. They moved the tombstones, but some of the graves got missed. And I was like, you people never learn.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah,
3 years in a row. We see the first year I didn't tell him, and he got there before I did because I got stuck in Detroit and got driven for 13 hours cross country because fuck Delta Airlines.
Right.
And
Never again.
I showed up at Terrificon. Like I got dropped off when we were doing the load in the next day. The load in had already happened. I was supposed to, but Drew wakes up and he's like, I woke up and I opened up our windows and there were tombstones that I looked out on. But we were in room 616, so we were like in the real universe.
Yeah, exactly. But and I was like, total coincidence. And every year we keep trying to book it, and they're like, yeah, it's full. I'm like, we booked it in advance. How is it full?
I booked it in fucking January.
Exactly. I was like, are you with DC? Is that what this is? But And
Wait,
it's funny because
that's
Carrie's like,
interesting.
yeah, and I'm like, I'm so excited, and she was like, you're the
Yeah.
best roommate.
But
What
Does
Leo's
he
just
have
like,
a number assigned to it? Like
I have
Marvel?
no idea.
I don't think they do.
Probably.
I'm not sure. They,
No.
I,
Probably
I
not.
just loved how
Probably not.
I just loved how Leo, when like I told him what hotel we were staying, he's like, "Oh, you're staying at the haunted hotel," and I look up like Connecticut hotels, and I'm like, every hotel in Connecticut is haunted.
Yeah, there's
Like,
actually
I'm in this haunted hotel.
I'm on
But you
board.
know what I mean? Like
I'm
the
on-
entire East Coast is haunted.
Yep.
Say it again, MJ. We couldn't hear you.
I'm on board to stay at any haunted hotel.
And MJ, this is why, besides Carrie, you're my second favorite goth.
What?
You know.
I literally have ghost hunting equipment. Me and my friends.
Excuse me. Have you not? Excuse me. Let's not talk about this,
Just like-
okay? Like, hi.
Exactly. He ain't
Yeah,
afraid of no
like-
ghosts. Exactly.
Also,
Like literally, that happened to me, John. You'd find this funny because the first time I ever went to C2E2 was 2020, and me and my girlfriend Angie, we were going first time, and we were staying with a friend who's funny enough from Canada, who was also there, and we all got a room together. And he's like, "Yeah, I booked at this hotel. I forgot the name of it, but it was like, oh yeah, it's a haunted hotel." And my friends, I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" We're just staying there, and to this day, I'm still annoyed because both Ange and our friends heard something or possibly saw something. And I see nothing. So
well, I forgot to mention the casino's right across the river from the old Norwich State Hospital, which ghost hunters, actually a lot of ghost hunting shows have been there.
okay, so
yeah,
what I'm hearing is we need to have at the booth salt and sage.
Yeah.
You know, we need to have supernatural.
I can bring my
rules.
kit.
Just a ton of
If you
salt.
want.
I got one too.
Speaking of a
Yeah,
good,
I was gonna say.
Yeah,
good ghost horror film, has anybody here seen Session 9?
I have
That's
not.
one of my favorite movies ever. Oh, Danvers.
Really?
Oh my
Yes.
God,
Good.
Dean, you just
Dean?
keep hitting all the Carrie's checklist of favorite human being.
I'm a wuss.
So, The Exorcist 3 is my favorite movie ever, but
Oh my
Session
God.
9 is
That's
probably
great.
about my second one.
Is 3 the heretic? Is that the
No, it's Legion.
I love
It's the one with Brad Dourif.
Oh, yeah. Legion. Sure, the more recent one. Sure.
Oh my God.
All right, I'm
But
with you.
no, so Dean, this will crush your soul. I was watching Session 9 on one of the streaming platforms at one point, and they cut off the last 5 minutes.
Oh. No,
And I was like, this is like the slowest burn movie ever.
Yeah.
But it keeps you involved. I mean, like,
it's a
you have
great.
to
I
like.
actually know I know the co-writer Stephen Jevedon, who's also in the movie. He's also an actor. And
who does he
Brad
play?
Anderson, I think, was the director. Oh, he kind of has like whitish hair, I think. Maybe back in that movie, he might have. You have to look him up. There's only like 6 actors in the movie, you know.
Yeah.
But including did you guys ever see oh God, Welcome to the Dollhouse, right?
Sure.
And then he did Happiness was his second movie.
Yep. I forget his name, but I know what you're talking about.
Forget his name all of a sudden.
I just remember David Caruso.
Yeah, David Caruso's in there.
And
Actually,
David Caruso
there's a
and
funny
Jade.
moment so Stephen Jevedon was telling me a story about trying to get along with David Caruso, who's very particular about what he needs to act. And they were sitting at the bar, and they were just kind of dissing each other back and forth, and it got really, really like toxic, apparently.
Of course.
And at some point, and I love this line, it was I think it was Caruso maybe said, "It's like we're sitting here drinking beer trying to give each other cancer." Which is such a great line. Like,
see, this is
trying
why
to give each other cancer by the way they were talking to each other.
This is why in the 40-Year-Old Virgin, Seth Rogen, when he's trying to give Andy confidence, he was like, "Be kind of be David Caruso in Jade. I can do that."
Oh yeah,
that's why.
Oh snap! Just by the way, I just saw there's a new Parker movie, directed and written by Shane Black,
Oh shit. Okay,
Sorry.
hold on. Does it involve Christmas?
Yes.
I knew it.
At the very end, they make a Christmas line, and I'm like, it takes place during every Shane Black movie takes place during Christmas.
That man is so hilariously predictable. Every movie, I swear to God, he just has a candy cane in his pants for
But
Christmas.
Parker, is it a Westlake? Is it based on a Westlake
based
story?
on down it's called Play Dirty, and it's starring oh God, what's his name? I'm looking right now. Sorry.
No problem. No worries. And it's streaming, or is it in theaters?
It's going to be on Prime on October 1st.
Oh boy.
Starring Mark Wahlberg is playing the lead.
Okay.
And which one is it based on? I think it might be.
Oh my God.
Based on Parker the series. I'm looking it up right now. I don't know which. I have to admit, I've never read a Parker novel except for Darwin Cook.
I was going to say Cook's adaptations are amazing. Yeah.
R.I.P. He's one of the best forever.
One of the best.
But that's just great source material too. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
But
Payback's Play Dirty. Okay.
Yeah.
Payback is an unfortunate kind of stepsister to the Parker stuff because of the changes to it and stuff. And if you want a much better version, of course, go to Lee Marvin and Point Blank.
But was that faithful too? That movie to the?
I think it was more faithful. I mean, it's still not the original stuff. And also, I never saw the British guy.
It's good.
The British.
The bald guy.
Yeah.
Statham. Jason Statham.
Yeah, Statham.
Jason Statham.
Statham is British.
I hear.
Yes.
Well, actually, I believe he's.
Yeah, help us, MJ, on the specifics.
Yeah, MJ.
I don't think so. I want to say he's Australian.
No, he's been debritzed.
Because and I know he was a swimmer. I want to say an Olympic swimmer before he got into his action movies and everything. I like 90% of his movies. But yeah, unfortunately, Parker was a misfire.
Oh,
did you see the outfit with Robert Duvall and Joe Don Baker and Karen Black?
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's another Parker. Anyway.
Yep.
And by the way, Jason Statham is British, according to Google.
Okay.
Well, MJ didn't think so, so I'm going to believe her because I know her more than I do Jason Statham. So
apparently, Shirebrook doesn't count. So
oh snap! Yo, you just got dissed geography style. Geography.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Did you meet anybody that you're like, oh my God, I finally got to meet X? Somebody that you always wanted to meet or whatever. And I'm not.
Are you talking about at Terrificon?
Yeah, I'm asking MJ if
I got to.
Really cool. But please.
I had a run-in with Titus Welliver in front of the Chelsea Hotel in Manhattan months ago. I was walking down the street. I noticed him, and I called up my mom because she loves Bosch, which I've never seen. I need to see.
Okay.
So I go, Mom, guess who's in front of me? It's Bosch. She's like, tell him right now, call out his name and tell him that your mother loves him. So I went, Titus. And he stopped walking. He was with two other guys. He turns around and he looks at me and go, I'm sorry, man. I'm on the phone with my mom. She just wants you to know. And I hand the phone over to him. And they talk for like a minute or two. Anyway, when I went up to him at Terrificon, I said, you're not going to remember this, but I stopped you on Chelsea. And he stopped me and said, and you gave me the phone and had me talk to your mom.
Mensch.
So cool.
Mensch.
Amazing. That's 100% a mensch.
He remembered. It was sweet. And then we talked about the fact that he's doing a TV show called The Westies about
I heard about that.
The 1980s Irish, mob and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I got to talk to Mobley, the older Black Captain America actor.
Carl Lumbly.
Carl Lumbly, sorry.
The great
Carl Lumbly, who's a sweetheart. And he's in a great movie that, well, I think it's great. Some people think it sucks. I think it's great. It's a Stephen King movie that came out last year called The Life of Chuck. Have you heard of this?
Yo, I haven't seen it. Is it great?
I think it's great. I think it's great.
I like everything I like everything he does, both animation and on camera. So he's a brilliant actor.
I've been dying.
He's a great actor. And so we talked about Life of Chuck for a little while, and he was surprised because a lot of people didn't see it. I talked to Haley Atwell, in the
She's
green
so
room.
pretty.
And I was
It
like,
really is.
listen,
Though.
I was like, you got to take over the Mission Impossible franchise.
I just always want to tell Mitch. I was like, Mitch, I just want to compliment you on getting these breathtakingly stunning actors and actresses, because some of
And
the
cartoonists.
female actresses are just breathtaking, and they walk by and I'm like, what happened? I think I disconnected the language section of my brain for a moment.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm just dead.
Lumley. I did a table read with the entire Justice League cast and Andrea Romano. This was
Oh my God,
during
yes.
COVID. And everybody, you know, would have their moment of an interview, a one-on-one interview with me. And I'm like, Carl, you got to tell me about the Mantis, his early 90s Fox
You're right.
superhero show. And you know, he's like, yeah. And he goes, you know, great pilot, terrible episodes afterwards. And I'm like, I so agree. And I go, that's too bad. I said, but yeah, man, when nobody was doing superheroes, it was him and John Wesley Shipp.
It's so funny you'd say that,
you know?
because that was one of the panels I think we had pitched. We were talking to Mitch. It was a Carl Lumley. We called it From Mantis to Manhunter. You know, because I'm always terrified of someone saying no. So I'm like, elevator pitch. Get the good slogan stuck in the head. And you can ask Leo and Kari, like, they're my soundboard. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? And they're like, it's fine, go. Like, what are you saying?
No, that is how you sell it.
I'd buy that for $1.
Thank you, RoboCop.
My favorite thing about meeting the celebs, though, is that, as Drew will confirm, absolutely, I have no idea how famous or cool somebody is.
Like, I'm
just
always
don't know.
pointing people out to her, and her response is, "Oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
Cool.
But
cool."
So you know, I kind of rank all people. I mean, somebody who I'm really impressed with their work and I really want to talk to is going to be higher on my hierarchy. Dean, yeah. Jason Aaron, for example, is another one. He wasn't there this year, but it's like Keith. I love Keith. You know, but when it comes to celebrities, I'm just kind of like, fuck that guy, fuck that guy, fuck that guy. He's cool.
This is not
I'm
the
interested.
All right,
Quitting Dean
and Half-Baked.
Who's she trying to have sex with? Sorry.
But
we had so many celebrities pass our booths, and so many of them had such great interactions with our good friend who couldn't be with us, Jeremy, Jar Jar Jeremy. Like, every time we put back, he would get a hug, a handshake, a how do you do? And we're all just looking at him like, he's like, what? I know people. And I'm like, good Lord.
I was going to say, though, you mentioned Titus Welliver, and I recorded the Sons of Anarchy panel that he was a part of, and I didn't get a chance to ask any questions. And I'd been getting ready to, and then they were like, we're cutting them off now because I want to ask this last couple questions. It was like, okay, that's cool. So he was walking by, and I was just like, Titus, and he was like, oh yeah, you know, and came over, and Brandon was just standing there. He was like staring straight forward, and he came, and I'm like, you know, I recorded your panel. I didn't get a chance to ask you a couple questions, and I have no idea that this guy, like, taking a couple of minutes of his time to chat with me is like a big deal. I'm just like, he's a guest here like everybody else who's cool is a guest here.
I mean, no, but they're there, and we're all trapped in a casino. And, like, you know, you see that person during the show, but you might see them at dinner or the thing. And listen, a lot of celebrities, if they're cool, they want you to engage with them because everyone's so afraid to, you know, and everyone's on their phone nowadays,
I think we saw the whole Turtles cast at one point just walk by, and we're just saying, hey, and it's just like the craziest thing. I felt like we were that nexus point. Like, and it's funny because I'm always, and you can, like, Leo and Kari and MJ, I'm always like, oh, group photo, let's do this thing. And they're like, no, I don't. I'm like, get up, and we're taking the photo with this person. They're like, oh, they're like children at picture day.
I was wearing like 80 pounds of cosplay stuff. I was so hot.
Yeah, but then now we have this photo.
You were hot,
all
honey.
here, and oh, hey, look, it's us and Owen King. You know,
never heard MJ's celebrity encounter. Yeah, talk to us, MJ. Who was your celebrity encounter?
I do a lot of conventions. I do a lot of cosplay for causes, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
And we're going to commission a hot girl commission for a gift for somebody. That's
Oh,
how.
show it off. You know you want to.
Well, I did
Yeah,
the
please.
silver, but I just did the black primer. I'm not.
Oh my God,
painted.
you did improvements because last time was gorgeous. So
This
This is cool.
This is just the black.
wow. Look at
And
that.
she
Wow.
wants it green and black instead of the golden black, so that's what I'm gonna do for her.
Cool.
Wow.
This is
Man,
the
that's
first kind of primer.
yo, you be getting some top dollar for that, hun. That's
yeah,
not
no.
a $50 job, okay?
Yeah. So, but I was walking around. Who I literally bumped into Philemon. We're just having a great conversation, just hanging out with Philemon. And I'm like, of course you want to. I'm like, okay. Now you just I drew him a doodle. I do Philemon because he's wearing the Samurai Jack shirt, but he had a Green Lantern ring. So I drew him as a Green Lantern Samurai Jack. I had it too.
Oh, that's a great idea. That's
Nice.
brilliant.
Oh my God.
Oh, I bet he loved that. That's wonderful.
He goes, this is great. He goes, I got such a kick out. I'm like, yeah, man, I just love, like I love all your voice work and all the stuff and all the causes that you back. It was really cool.
Have you heard his audio drama that he did with the kid from Lost that was also in Lord of the Rings? I was forgetting the actor's name, but it was Moriarty, and Moriarty's the hero, and Holmes is the asshole in this thing.
I know.
And I talked to him about it, and he's like, we're doing another one. I'm like, oh, that's so great to hear, man, because he was really good. He was really good. It's kind of a jerk, Sherlock Holmes.
And
he really was truly, really and truly.
And I think the thing that I love is I see you guys like Dean and John and all the other creators, and then I see you guys at cons, and then I'm like, they're just like us. They fanboy too,
of course,
or fangirl. Everyone's equal.
Absolutely.
Like so. It's just
it was so
fun.
Hard. Oh my God!
Like I went up to Billy Zane, and I was like, I brought him some of my comic books because I wanted to give him some comics, and I said. And I had my COVID cop, which he's bald basically. So I was like, I would love to play COVID cop in a movie or something. I'm just riffing it, and we're talking. And he's like, look at the comics. He's like, tell me about this Red Hook comic. So I start telling him about it, and he gets really interested in it. And then he recommends a book based on something I said that I should also read, which I ordered. And at some point, we're talking, and he gets really intrigued, and he says, pick a picture out. I'm going to sign one. I was like, oh, that's kind. Because I just went up to him. So I picked because I know he's playing Brando in a movie. So I picked the Brando one, and he signs it to me, and I start to say, and I own all the IP for my characters. And he looks at me, and he flips the picture over, and he writes his phone number. And he goes, text me. So
there you go.
What happens?
All right.
I don't know.
That's amazing. I think the same thing happened to me when I was arranging our interview with Owen King, who is like the nicest person in the world. He was like, oh yeah, the signal is really weird here. So if you need to get in touch with me for the interview, here's my number. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm just writing it down. And you can ask Kari, my handwriting ranges from hieroglyphic to almost legible. And I'm just looking at, and I'm just like, he gave me his number. Why? I am but a simple human. I do not know things. I do not know criminals are a superstitious and cowardly lot. I shall strike fear. And I'm like, oh no, I'm Batmaning. I was like,
I drunk texted or drunk IM Dean a while ago with this whole thing where I was like, I also really want you to know that I'm so glad that I didn't know about your family connections and all of this shit
Kari,
before I met you as a creator. So
I'm glad to bring this up because I love waking up because you're the night owl and I'm like the early bird. So I wake up and I get these messages that you're like, oh yeah, I did this thing last night. Just thought you should know. And I'm like, are you establishing an alibi?
Meanwhile, because he gets up early, he just has a worm.
I'm just like,
the early bird with the
all right,
dude,
meeting.
If I'm asleep though, he'll call me and I'll be like, I'm dead ass asleep, but I have a different
conversations.
I have two different dial tones, that's the word, or whatever, that are different. Ringtone, there you go. And his is Pink Floyd, and so I'll grab it and then I'll like fall down and I'll fall back asleep while I'm talking with Drew.
Which Floyd song?
Wish You Were Here.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was Dark Side of the Moon.
Okay, wait. Let's play the game. What for all the other 4 people here, just off the top of your dome, what ringtone would you assign? Which I guess is a song to each and everybody.
Oh man, that's great. That is
Ooh,
actually something.
I was told there'd be no math today. I'm sorry, I can't help
I was not told there was a quiz. Go, Kari.
MJ, and I don't know exactly why this would be, but she just feels right the way she looks right now, would be Cinnamon Girl.
Nice.
Who does that?
Typo Negative.
I was thinking of Cinnamon
Their
Girl.
version.
No, Typo definitely
Ani
got me. I love
Ani DeFranco.
Yeah, you just made her day. You see her grinning.
The band that Clapton was in.
I love Typo Negative, man.
Not Blind Faith. What was the super group that Clapton was in with Ginger Baker and Cream and everything?
Yeah, no, different one, but I know who. Yeah.
The original Cinnamon Girl, the album cut.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my
well
god.
done you, because I actually really like Typo Negative.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Nicely done, Kari. Another check mark.
Leo gets to be Kryptonite.
I hate you so much.
Spin Doctor's Kryptonite? Which Kryptonite? Again, old man.
Is that the one?
Oh, pocket full of
Kryptonite. Is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Spin Doctor.
Because Leo's all Superman kind of thing.
Well,
I saw them live,
Three
by the
Doors
way.
Down, Superman. I hate that song. God, do I hate? I'm more than a plane. Shut up. Superman would come down and slap your face for that song.
Calm down, John. We're not going to talk to your manager.
Crap.
Okay. Dean gets Song for the Dumped by Ben's Folds 5 just because the chorus is, and don't forget to give me back my black t-shirt.
Oh my yo. Dean, Dean, you're never. It's going to be on your tombstone, dude. I'm sorry.
I know.
It's not about. I'm not about taking off your shirt. I'm just saying you were born in a black t-shirt.
Yeah,
because, dude, if it's not like we've talked about, if it's not broke, don't fix it. If you found an outfit.
Listen, it's okay. I think
Black, absolutely.
Listen, Dean, I love that you're trying to do a comic book revival with creators in Greece. I think it's going to be fantastic.
I love that movie.
You're the Brooklyn Danny Zuko. It's okay.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'm sure you've all heard the theory that it's really like moments before Sandy dies, because she dies drowning, and the whole movie is a fantasy of Danny saving her. And it's her final moments. But I happen to see Mark Miller, Scottish Mark Miller, saying, no, it's Danny's last moments. He dies trying to save what he thinks is Sandy, but Sandy's actually kind of this like demon or siren that seduces people into trying to like save her and kills them. And that's why at the end of the movie, when they fly away, she looks back at us and is smiling like, got another one. And it's like, oh my God.
Wow.
Really dark.
Okay.
Now I'm interested in Greece again.
Yeah, suddenly.
Thanks for that, John.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, John. Because now I'm invested in Greece because I finally watched it, all of it. And I'm watching the whole time and I'm like, this is fine, but there are so many problems here.
Oh, okay.
Avalon.
Because one of my holidays next year, I want to go to Athens.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, then it's fine, Mamma Mia. You can have that one.
But Beauty School Dropout, that whole performance is Frankie and Avalon. I'm sorry, that's a classic, and it's so great. It is so perfect, and I got to meet him and everything.
Oh my God!
I love the beach movies, but I'm like, seriously, man. He goes, I first turned it down. They had to like talk me into doing it.
Oh wow!
And I'm like, well, thank God, because seriously, man, that is like a career moment for him.
All
right, guys, I gotta hop in a couple of minutes. But
okay.
Can I ask 3 current pop culture questions?
Go for it.
Absolutely. Round table. Okay. I'll start with. Did anybody see Peacemaker season 2, episode 1?
Oh yeah.
I not yet.
Loved it.
So I don't want to spoil because of the ones who haven't. But
thank you.
There has been a kerfuffle.
Agreed. I've been
because
talking
of a
about
certain
it as well.
Scene.
Yes.
And I'm like, what's wrong with everybody?
Yeah, it's an R-rated show.
It's an R-rated show.
Yeah, but I took my kids to Superman, and I don't like this being.
Yeah, but they're not gonna watch this fucking show.
Right?
It's not Superman.
They didn't say anything about boys.
his dad. Well, you're right, but also his dad is a Klansman in season 1. Yep. It's like, no, this is not made for children.
No, but the argument that some people are saying, and I won't name names, is that people are going to see Superman, and then this is part of the DCU now, so they're going to go watch the Peacemaker. But Peacemakers is it R-rated or it's something?
It's
right?
R-rated. Like, yeah, it's R-rated. Yeah.
So then, no, you're not going to don't worry about that section of the universe, okay?
Right. Yeah, but my kids, it's like, I'm sorry, be a parent, and no, I'm sorry.
Be a parent. Thank you. Well, I was just at it, briefly. I was just at a convention, and my girl was telling me about this panel that these creators were talking to, and this woman walked up, and she was talking about they're manga artists. They're like, when I bring my kids to Barnes and Noble, there's the section where your books, and that they're a little provocative, and they're like, how would you? And the guy just stops her, and he was like, we are not responsible for what your kids see or pick up. Be a fucking parent.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I was somewhere, and I'm like, this parent was like all upset. I was at a different convention here in Maine.
Right.
And this mom was somewhere, the Has-Been Hotel, a lot of the voice actors where I was chatting with them. And the mom, my 8-year-old, I'm like, first of all, why the hell are you letting your 8-year-old watch Has-Been Hotel?
Thank you.
It is literally adult animation. Literally, it pass it all over. It's adult animation. Why are you letting your freaking 8-year-old watch Has-Been Hotel?
It was the same thing. Like, I had a friend who was dating a woman who had 2 kids, and they dressed like Rick, and one of them was Evil Morty, with the eye patch.
Yeah.
And the kids dressed up and they looked great, but they got shit from Rick and Morty customers. This is when Rick and Morty was really big, and because they didn't know the references. And I'm like, guys, they're 8 years old. They're not supposed to know these references. Rick and Morty is an adult fucking show.
Yeah. Adult animation for a reason.
Right. So,
Dino, did you have other ones? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on you, but I figured if Dino's got
a. No, Dean. What's the second?
I'm sorry. Real quick.
Yeah.
So then I gotta hop.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm trying to say which one. Okay, I'll do this one for last because it's more current. Did anybody see Weapons?
Yes.
No, but I heard it's great.
It is really good.
I loved it. Did you see Barbarian?
Yes. I love Barbarian.
If you like Barbarian, you'll like Weapons.
It's great.
And I think I like Barbarian better because it to me was like more of a surprising,
Right.
But anyway, so I did really enjoy Weapons and I recommend it, but I don't want to spoil anything either. Yeah. My final question is, I started watching Alien Earth. Anybody?
How is it?
Haven't started yet, but go ahead, talk to me. How is it?
I'm 50-50
okay?
I'm 50-50.
See, Chuck, my buddy Chuck loves it. Another buddy of mine, my buddy Wayne, that I usually do TV raps with on my podcast, he's like, it's just slow, and he's like, he doesn't like the jump cuts. He's like, the jump cuts really take me out of the narrative with these extreme jump cut editing and everything.
Yeah, there is some of that, but also, and I'm feeling it out late because these aren't episodes; they're seasons, right? So
sure. Yes,
it's intriguing enough. It is intriguing enough, but I also there was a moment where Timothy Olyphant is in it, right?
Right.
Yep.
And I keep thinking his face looks like he made a big mistake in the design of his character. Like, I think he's
got
looking at me
hair
going,
right now.
I look like an old lady. What happened to me? What's like? And I know it's a character choice or whatever, but he does have a look on his face like he messed up. Anyway, but it's okay. It's there's stuff I really like, and there's stuff I'm like, I don't know. And it does seem, when I say slow, like maybe it feels like there's some padding. If that makes sense. Oh, and it's Noah Hawley, right? So that guy, he can be. I like a lot of his Fargo stuff. But what was the mutant one he did? The
Legion.
I could not get. I
really
wanted to.
I thought Legion was amazing. Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, and I need to rewatch it because I know people think that. Was that 1 or 2 seasons?
I think 2.
It was 2. Okay.
I think 2, but I could be
wrong. To revisit
it's
that.
on. I believe it's on Disney.
Yeah.
With all the Marvel stuff. Yeah, I think.
Right.
So yeah, pretty.
Anyway,
sure
I mean, he swings wide. He goes for it.
I really wanted him when they talked about maybe he was going to do Star Trek. I'm like, yes, please. and instead we got Kurtzman.
Right.
Thanks. Great. Wonderful.
I only know him from Deadwood.
And Oliphant, by the way, is great in is great in the Apple.
Justified is great.
Oh, sure, but currently also he just wrapped up the golf thing that he did with Owen Wilson, Stick, on Apple, and he's like the asshole golfer in that, and it's good, and he's good in it.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I mean, and it's good. It's
that's the one with Marin, right?
Yes, yeah, it's Owen Wilson, Marin, and yeah, it's good. I liked it a lot.
You know, Dean, I know you got to go.
All right, so
two things real quick.
Yes.
For a recommendation for you, the new season of Dexter. Really good.
Wait, okay. Wait, what's Dexter? Is that a cartoon or something?
Serial.
That's the.
Oh, Dexter is the. I've never seen that show.
It's pretty good.
I haven't either.
Why was I thinking a cartoon character? Is there a character named Dexter?
Yeah,
Dexter's Lab.
Yeah.
Dexter's Lab.
Yeah.
But I've never seen this is the serial killer show, right?
You should. It's good. At least a couple of
seasons. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the other thing, Leo?
Oh, this was. I'm going to show you this. You and John. This was supposed to make its. This was supposed to make its way to Terrificon, but I didn't finish it in time. Let me pull it up right.
Galactus.
Yes.
Oh, that looks great.
What is that?
It's a 3D printed Galactus that's it's over 3 feet tall.
Wow.
And it's fully articulated like a giant action figure. Like even the fingers are all articulated. His face is articulated.
Leo, what you're saying is next year Galactus technically is coming back to Terrificon?
Oh,
yes. Yeah, he will come back.
This is yours, Leo?
Yeah, I built it. Took me over a month to print.
Wait, Leo, you gotta tell Artie Baltazar about this because it's not quite the same. But Artie's a big Customigo guy. Well, I know Carrie knows that.
Yes, I do.
But yeah, he's and he would really, that's the kind of thing he would really find interesting and everything.
Oh yeah, definitely. Art?
Yeah.
Mr. Fashion? Absolutely.
That's awesome. Does your printer also do 3D versions of a successful career? Because I could use one.
I could use one too.
Yeah, we're all out on that filament. Check in about 10 years.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for joining us, man.
I want to give a shout out to Mitch Halleck for being, Terrificon.
And for being terrific. He's the real Mr. Terrific.
He truly is. And John, are you going to put up that video, the Chaikin, at some point?
Well, God bless Leo and Carrie for taping all that stuff. As soon as
you guys taped it. Okay.
Yeah, they videoed it all.
We'll have it up.
So, we'll get
sweet.
it. Oh yeah, no,
I'll send a copy to John as well, so he can get it up as well on his channel.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe the intro to that could be like a car, like a tow truck backing up. Beep, beep, beep. Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
You got to add the oh yeah to it if you can.
I got you on that. Listen, I got you on that one. I will do my best mimic for that. Oh yeah.
Well, John did it. I think John, you did do it.
I did do it to the guy's face. I didn't care because I'm sorry, it was so insane.
That was
great. And I'm just like the only thing that was missing was you screaming, "Oh yeah!" But proud
of you, John.
I don't. Other than Dean, I don't think the crowd appreciated it. I think they're like, that's terrible. He's in a chair.
See, we had a mic up on the table or on the sound thing connected to. We had a sound thing, but I did have the camera mic on as well. So you might have, if you were close enough to it, you screaming about your balls.
Terrible souls.
There could be that involved. So
no, what's the problem?
If we have that, we'll enhance it.
You guys go ahead and have your little panel. I'm talking to my sister. You're not going to disturb us. Gee, thanks, sir. Thanks for coming, sir. Yeah, so glad you made it.
If you can find those moments, and then just see Howard's face. All right, guys, I'm out. I hit the red door. Leave studio. Good talking to you. We will talk again soon.
Thank you for seeing you.
Great talking to you, man.
Great seeing you.
Thank you for
seeing you.
I can't.
I'm sure you guys feel the same way. Seriously, I had been reading Dean's comics for years before I finally had him on Word Balloon, and nothing made me happier that after that the first time we met face to face, and he's like, John, and I'm like, oh, that's so nice. Dean Hesfield likes me. Oh, that means so much.
okay, I put
It
you,
does.
Dean,
It makes you feel
Keith,
good though.
you, Dean, Keith, and Howard are like the best huggers outside of the Splash Pages crew
Thank
at the
you.
whole con. I got all these great hugs, and I'm just like, yes.
Keith Williams? Which Keith? Which Keith?
Keith Champagne.
Oh, of course, Keith Champagne. Shame on
Oh
it.
no.
And I was, I
Yes.
felt so bad. I saw him on Friday, and then because I was wall-to-wall panels, I didn't see him for the rest of the show.
I love
He's a good
Keith
man.
Williams. I love them both, but I love Keith
Keith's
Williams.
Williams is a good dude too. Absolutely.
Each of the goths have a different Keith that we own.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
I do.
Hers is Keith Champagne.
I got to play cribbage because like he's a big cribbage player, and so like I got
tell the story, Kari.
like I like to get my friends custom gifts when I can get there, like people that I'm going to interview or just people that I love, that I want to see. And I found like he's been, how Keith Champagne is all about simians, like apes, monkeys, whatever. They are going to be in his comic. If he can fit a monkey in there, there is going to be a monkey. If he can't, there is still going to be a monkey. It'll just be there. It's the janitor. He's a gorilla. Okay. So I was looking around, and he'd been bragging about being like undefeated, the #1 cribbage player and stuff. And so I found cribbage pegs that were custom made, and there was one set that was little monkeys and one set that was gorillas. And so I got them. So there was a set for each player to play.
Sure.
And I finally got to play cribbage against him because the last year we were going to hang out. He invited me to like stop in for breakfast and stuff, but it was crazy because we only had like 5 people last year that were doing everything. So it was like,
we didn't have MJ wasn't part of the team yet. She just came into the scene.
So it was just like no downtime whatsoever. If you weren't at the booth, you were in the bathroom or at a panel or recording something,
or just or slowly crying. Yeah.
Yep. But so this time I had a chance to play cribbage against him. We got a whole match done. It was great. And I haven't like posted this huge. I'm not totally trying to brag, but I am the first person to beat Keith Champagne in cribbage in over 5 years.
Well done, you. Yeah.
Wow.
So I was kind of proud of me. Like I felt kind of bad though. Like no offense, Keith. I know you're not like you weren't like, but like his face because my first hand was one of those like dream hands, where you're just like, oh, and I got like 30 points in the first. It was just like he's just like, how do you keep getting? And it's just the way the card. I mean, there's strategy, but a lot of it is just how the cards fall. And honestly, this game was a lot about how the cards fell. But I was just like,
Dean has. I don't know if you guys know, Dean has a studio mate, Winnie Matheson, not Winnie Cummings. Winnie Cummings, the stand-up comedian. Winnie Matheson, and years ago, forgive the brag, but she used to be the USA Today pop candy columnist, and she did pop culture columns. And this one year, she's like my top 10 favorite comic book podcast. And I'm scrolling, and it's 10-1. And I'm like, oh, all my friends are on the list. That's cool. I'm like, I wonder if I'm on there or whatever. And she had me as #1, which was like, I'm like, oh my God. So it took a couple of years before I finally met her. And I'm like, Whitney, that was so sweet. I go, my God. I go, seriously. It's on the wordballoon.com. If you go to my website, it's right there on the banner still, because again, it's like one of the best honors I've ever gotten was, this woman from USA Today saying, hey, he's the best. And I'm like, oh, that's incredibly kind. So yeah, I adore her. And I've seen her at Baltimore and a few other shows over the years, but yeah, she's great. And yeah, she and Dino are studio mates. She's terrific.
Yeah. Well, I have a question because I need to address this. Leo, you have been so patient, but did you have a favorite moment at Terrificon?
Yeah, please. Sorry, Leo.
Oh, quiet one.
Oh,
yeah.
Hanging out with all of you.
Or maybe a couple.
The chat, me dropping the references.
Well, I tried to get a couple words in earlier, but it's tough to break in at times. But yeah, no, just hanging with all of you is that was definitely the the highlight of the con. Obviously, seeing John, it's always great to see you. And
thank you, buddy. Likewise.
Yeah, and that look I got from Tom King when I told him how I loved his Batman run. That was great too.
Oh man, yeah. Tom is the most humble person who just came by our booth, and we were just like, "Are you leaving? Here, take a Coke Zero for the road. Stay hydrated.
There you
You
go.
know, keep living your dreams."
You know, it's awesome. Jeremy Adams and my buddy Chuck, where I didn't realize all the oh god, now I'm blanking, the martial arts movies that he wrote that are based on the video game.
Is it Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
Got you.
It is Mortal Kombat. Yeah, and again, shows you my beyond playing the arcade game, 30 years ago. My involvement with Mortal Kombat since nothing, and I've never seen any of his movies. And Chuck's like, "Oh, you wrote those movies? I've seen. I own all those movies." And it was so great for me because Chuck is such a Redbox like direct-to-video guy,
right?
And I just like buys everything. And we always have the 10-minute rule when we watch movies. He's like, "You want to see this?" I'm like, "We can do the 10-minute rule. If I still like it after 10 minutes, we can keep going. But if I don't, we'll bail." And I've seen a lot of great like little low budget movies I never would have seen if it wasn't for Chuck. But that just meant so much. I'm like, dude, that is so. And really, Jeremy was like, after the show, we DM'd each other, and he's like, "That was awesome that Chuck knew my stuff." I'm like, dude, it made my day. Because we were in the lobby, and it was Tom, it was King, Mitch, Jeremy, and me, and Chuck, and we were all just bullshitting a couple hours before the show on Friday or whatever,
right?
Hanging out and everything. And I'm like, "Oh, this is so great." So yeah, that really that was a great moment for me with Jeremy and Chuck.
I think for me, getting to witness a lot of really great moments was my best. Because like I got to do panels, I got to do interviews. I'm busy, but like Mahana doing her first interview with us was great. Kari being the Coney Santa Claus with the creators. Leo being the rock, the panel. Leo's got the thing, and as we tell him the story, Leo's answer is always consistently the same. "Oh wow, that's awesome," and then we had a great group of people. But I think the thing that's always fantastic is that so many times when we need an adult, there's no one present, and then you all look to me, and I hate every one of you.
Drew is the baby, like the total baby of the group.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's still in his 30s, John.
Oh, God bless you, kid.
Thank you.
Yes,
I'm gonna be 38 in a month.
And I know I'm the oldest person on the call right now.
Yeah,
so,
but John, you have to understand, at a con, you can prepare as much as possible. Things will go wrong.
Oh, absolutely.
Something will break. Something won't turn on. Somebody tripped. Somebody ran into somebody that they really don't like, and it set them down an emotional spiral that needs at least 3 Coke Zeros. And literally,
Jerry knocked a Coke Zero over, and it spilled all over everything. And we had to clear the booth really quick so that I didn't get anything stained. And then I had to find napkins.
I had to bring that one up. You did.
Wait, nobody told me about that.
But it was just the thing, and I'm just like, why? And I said this to Leo, and I complained, "I love you. Why do you keep making me the adult? I don't want this. I don't want this responsibility."
You're good at adulting.
No, it's not even that. It's just like, I feel like so much like, I was like, why am I the gym shooter right now? Why do I have to give you deadlines? Like, why am I the bad guy? But history will remember me as being fair-minded and ushering in greatness. But I feel like such a jackass. Like, literally, I see her playing cribbage with Keith, and she's so happy, and I feel like Mr. Terrific and Superman. I was like, "Hey, quit playing around. We got stuff to do." It's like, "I'm not playing around. I'm doing important stuff." Like,
two things about Shooter. I'm really, and thank you for giving me, Leo, the Shooter video of the tribute panel. I haven't put out the audio yet. I was saving it because I
heard that was great
because I did so many Shooter tributes on my show prior to the panel and everything. But I had the hard copy of the magazine of the transcription of the interview that I did with Jim. And at Howard's panel, I was trying. I didn't have a table, but I'm like, "Oh, well, I'll mention it at my panels, and maybe I'll sell a few there." And Kari bought one, and others bought ones which were very nice. But I have it there, and Shaken sees like, "What the fuck is that?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, well, I did this interview with Shooter." I said, "Do you want one?" "No, I don't fucking want one. I hated Shooter." And I'm like,
that was hilarious.
I kind of knew that. But also today, Paul Cornell in November, he's putting out, and I forget what the publisher is, but they have 3 different Marvel history books of essays. And Paul did one on the Avengers in the 70s. And, he's like, really, there were only 3 major Avenger writers in the 70s, Roy Thomas, Steve Englehart, and Jim Shooter. And he's like, I had to include a chapter. I didn't want to do it, but it is part of the story. And it was all about how, obviously Shooter and Jerry Conway, among others, with Shooter, just had these like ridiculous battles. And it's so funny because Paul does not want to deal with conflict. And I respect that about him. And it was inadvertently, I wanted to ask him about how Doctor Who, given that Paul is a Doctor Who vet, if you didn't know, he was, one of the big writers of Doctor Who, both in novels and the series as well. But also he, I'm like, so Doctor Who, I'm like, we don't know what's going to happen now. I mean, it might be a couple of years before we do a new Doctor Who episode, depending on what Disney wants to do. And if they want to keep Russell Davies. And he really was like uncomfortable. I'm like, oh, Paul, I'm so sorry. I go, I just want to know, I'm not asking you to like, rank on Ncuti Gatwa or rank on Russell T Davies or any of that. I go, but just isn't it weird that, we might be on this inadvertent pause for a while? And the same thing with Star Trek. And he's like, oh, John, well, we got into that last time we talked. I'm like, no. I'm not talking about quality of Star Trek. Again,
no, I'm sorry, mate. The accent's just so funny.
Well, I can't help it. That's my Cornell. Exactly, MJ. I can't help it. But yeah, and I'm like, no, Paul, I'm not asking you to rank on modern Star Trek. I go, but with Skydance taking over Paramount, it's kind of up in the air. We don't know if Kurtzman's going to get an extension or if they're going to go with new people. I'm like, I won't deny it. I'm hoping it's new people. Yes, well, I know, and I didn't know MJ. He's married to. I said because he goes. I forget what he said, but essentially he's like, oh, yeah, it's hitting home as far as religion or something. I'm like, oh, do you have a vicar in the family? And he goes, I'm married to a vicar. I had no idea. And I'm like, that's lovely. I think that's fantastic, man.
It's funny you mentioned the Star Trek because I just watched Strange New Worlds and the TARDIS is in there. I'm like, that's
yeah, they put it in the background. Yes, there's a great.
That was hilarious. I'm like,
yeah, that was funny. And last year in San Diego, they had the panel with Russell Davies and Kurtzman.
Yes,
we love each other's show, and we really want to work together if possible. So that'd be great.
And so actually, just really quick on Star Trek, there, John. Is there any new? Well, I know you don't like Strange New Worlds. Is there any new Trek that you like?
Yes. Honestly, Lower Decks grew on me as the subsequent seasons happened. So I will say I really went from I hated Mariner. Mariner was a know-it-all jerk. And I'm like, and thank God it was always the plan to keep elevating the other characters. And I'm like, I like Tendi and I like Rutherford because they like being there. And I like Coimler too. And I like the crossover Strange New Worlds Lower Decks episode. But for me, the best show, Prodigy. Hands down.
Really?
Prodigy. It's smart. Absolutely. It's brilliant and it's smart. And yes, it's made for kids, but it doesn't close out the adults. And it uses canon in a positive way of, so George and Gracie, the whales from Star Trek 4. Well, they went to the 23rd century. So now the ancestors of George and Gracie are now crew members on Janeway's ship in Prodigy. And it's like, yay. It's like smart. As opposed to, hey, look, it's Spock's sister. Well, you all remember. No, we don't remember that because it's different. But it's Spock's sister. And look, hey, here's Kirk when he really doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Yeah, that's not Jim. Oh, sure, it's Jim Kirk. This is part of canon now. You suck. Stop fucking with canon. For God's sake, tell your own goddamn. We finally get a Pike show, and there's only this much Pike in it. Yeah. And I like a lot of the new characters. It's poorly written. I'm sorry, it's poorly written. Please go ahead, Leo.
Oh no! I was going to say Anson Mount does an excellent Pike.
It's a great character, and all the actors are terrific. I just think they're let down by the lack of science fiction in their stories. And again, I point to Prodigy and even Lower Decks, where they had clever science fiction ideas.
Like Prodigy.
And man, Strange New Worlds, they did that documentary episode, and it was crap. I'm sorry. Anyway. I'll save my comments for my own show. If you,
Yeah.
Do you want to know how much Star Trek I watch? I keep up with all my Star Trek by watching you and your show. Like I tune into every
sorry,
Trek
Jared.
watch that I possibly can. And like I just watch what you guys have to say about it. And that's how I back in the day I had time and I watched like Next Gen, I watched Janeway, I watched the
Deep
space
Nine.
station thing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I forget. I didn't get to catch all of them, but then like I had a couple of years where I had like no computer, no cable, no anything. And then trying to catch back up on things, you prioritize and then it's like I'm so far behind, but I'm just like, I'll just watch his show and find out if there's something I really need to watch
Well, and
or that I can totally skip.
Thursday is the wacky, hey, let's all inject some sort of serum in us and we'll all become Vulcan. Of course you can. Sure. And not only is it changing your DNA and your demeanor, but it's changing your hairdos as well. And it's just like, man, you guys try too hard for wacky. And of course, next year we're going to get the puppet episode. And it's just like not an original idea amongst you.
Yep.
And it is so annoying, again, given the foundation of Star Trek, where it led the way in science fiction, smart, interesting debates, wouldn't force and no, this is the answer. And this is the way you have to think. No, it would pose a question. Well, you can see both sides. And I don't know what the right answer is.
Yeah.
But at least you're making me think as opposed to you need to think like us. And I share a lot of the political views that are expressed in New Trek and everything. It's just you're shoving it down people's throats. Conservatives liked Star Trek up until the new stuff. And and I always say, because, they made from Georgia, the woman that ran, who's I love as a political, Stacey Abrams. They made her the president of Earth. I love Stacey Abrams as a political figure, but I'm like, what would you have all said if they chose Ron DeSantis to be the president of Earth at the same time that they had Stacey Abrams? I'm like, you guys would all be having cows over that, and rightfully so. Don't put your politics. I mean, again, I just think Roddenberry and company and even the subsequent shows were much more subtle at it. But that's me. Yeah. What do I know?
And from when I tune into your shows that I love Q. Like I'm always just like, and what would Q? And my reasoning behind that, I actually once this is my big Star Wars or Jesus Christ,
Star Trek.
Too much wine. Star Trek moment. Yes. I was selling back books at like a campus bookstore and I had to like have ID and you had to have multiple IDs for some reason, like your driver's yeah. Oh, okay. So I'm selling back my textbook and I need my driver's license and another form of ID. And they let me use my Star Trek identification card, which had me listed as an ambassador for the Q Continuum. And so I'm always like, yes, I am a Q. So that's why I go through.
Oh, you mean you're not Trelane? You mean there's only two Qs in the new Trek world? It's only Trelane and Q? And again, they could have instead had a different Q be Rhys Davies, but no, let's make him Trelane. It's like, you guys have no... I mean, there was a million Qs. Corbin Burnson was a Q.
Yes!
The Voyager had the other Q that wanted to kill himself. I mean, they had Susie Plaxton was Q's mate, and they had the baby and stuff.
I believe in an infinite number of Qs that spread across multiverses that wrap around each other and Gordian knot themselves into so much fun.
I swear to God, you two.
The Q.
I can't help it. I'm telling you. I'll be cosplaying later.
Well, I will listen, John. I will say one thing that I do love hearing from Kari because she's one of your best fans and
indeed, I know she's one of my best viewers and listeners. Absolutely.
She tells how much it still meant to you that me and her brought the Ultimate Spider-Man issues for you to sign.
Are you kidding? My God, guys, that's my 616 or no, it's the Ultimate Verse. Ultimate Verse actually. Shame on me. Okay. I was Peter's
principal.
Greatest
so
compliment in the world. And it was that one issue where I'm yelling at at the PTA meeting. And Ron Richards of iFanboy, another great podcast, is like, dude, your scene went on forever. And I'm like I wrote it. I go, blame Brian, man. That's Bendis. And man, Brian and Stuart Immonen and God, everyone that drew me over the
Yep,
years.
it was
You know,
Inman, David LaFuente. I think even Chris
Sarah
Samney drew
Sammy.
you.
Yeah, I had a cameo in Miles Morales issue.
Miles, yeah,
and,
you
Sarah
see Miles
Pichelli.
on the balcony, and you just whoop over.
Because it's another Spider-Man. Oh my God, there's another one of you. And
Another
Sarah
one.
Pichelli as well, who really did a nice job.
Yeah.
And you're boxing in Best of the Best.
Yeah.
Black Canary.
Oh yes,
currently
that's right.
you're.
Yeah,
Tom,
yes, I'm. It's it's a bastardization of my name, but that's okay. And he has changed my color. It is a person of color, but essentially it is me, and that's okay. And I love it.
I've been trying to do a screen write up of that because I think it would be really fun to have you coming in and doing it. Like if we could do one of our live reads, but I'm going to actually have to talk to Tom because I can't tell necessarily sometimes when the boxes go back and forth.
If it's
right.
Mike or it's me, yeah. Because Mike Cronenberg, another one of our mutual friends of mine and Tom's, is the other broadcaster. And they make him out to be like, 90 years old. And and I'm this jolly black gentleman. So
and like 80% of the time you can tell, but sometimes you're just like it doesn't lead in, it doesn't lead out. And I'm a big fan of the letters who put like a little symbol or a color code around the thing so that you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was really, again, it's very humble. Jeremy Hahn has put me in his comics. Francis Manipul put me in The Flash with Art and Franco at one point. And no, it is the kindest compliment to be put in a comic book. And I show my family and they're like, they really do know who you are, don't they? I'm like,
there you go. I mean, I'm still waiting for, like, I myself don't want to just be me in a comic. But I'm still kind of hoping one day we'll make enough friends that some of us in splash pages will either be corpses on a ground somewhere or background characters looking up as someone's flying over. Sure. Or just, I don't know, maybe we're at a nightclub dancing. Who knows?
Or a building's named after you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in Powers. There's a building named after me in Powers.
Or maybe dancing or singing karaoke. One or the other.
MJ, I'm just saying next year, Splash Pages do karaoke.
Yeah, let's hit the arcade, guys. Seriously.
I did, I can't remember, many cons ago, it was cosplay karaoke. It was hilarious, and it was just as ridiculous as it sounds. We all had so much fun.
That's great.
I'm down. And speaking of, I also enjoy that the comic room, which I think is near the bowling alley, every once in a while I hear someone do a strike, and I'm like,
yes.
Wow. So I'm just like, yeah, that was a good, what was that? Okay, cool. Apparently somebody was also a fan of your work, Jeremy. Good.
You know what, though? If we do karaoke next year, we might be able to convince my wife to go.
Wow.
Ooh, we get the Megan.
Yes. Oh, wow.
John, you will love
your
Megan.
Wife more happy to have other females in the house. Well, like the second Kari and Mahana showed up, she was like, "Oh my God, there's other ones."
And if we're all there on Thursday, because a lot of times I ask Mitch just to let me have like Friday to just kind of prep and not like immediately come from a plane to start doing panels. We should do it Thursday night because
I'm down.
I come in Thursday and Drew's my ride.
Take off from work.
So yeah,
I can figure it out. I can probably sort it if I can.
Yeah, but.
And you have to come hang out with us at Leo's. So you can meet Riley because Riley is the bestest pup ever.
I mean, obviously, yes, going to Terrificon, obviously, but I meant just like, with medical care, we can't always get the days off we want because of a medical facility.
Not with that attitude.
And today
was much like Hatspiel, I'm trying to make it on my podcast and everything, and we'll see how long that goes. But not by choice, but unfortunately, as we get older, we get downsized, as we all know.
Well, you still get limos.
Yeah, she has to get rides from me, and I'm the most sarcastic, driver in the world. So I was like, "Yeah, Druber's here. Are you Cassander?
Druber?
Yeah, I'm the Druber. Are you a Dune fan? I have Cassander." He
has this thing where he's like, "Oh, are you thirsty? Yeah, we'll pull off and get a bev. And like, well, I don't know if he says Bev. My mom always says Bev. So we're like,
No, I
time
say
for
Bev.
Bevs. Got to get a nice
Bev.
girl Bev. Do the thing. Blah blah. Blah. And he'll be like, yeah, there's like a drive-through over here, like just off in the thing. And I'm like, and we passed that, and we passed the next one, and we passed it, and we're going to Leo's, aren't we? You're having me get a Bev at Leo's, aren't you? And he's just like, yeah, I am. I'm like, that was 2 hours, but that's cool. Okay, I was just kind of thirsty after flying for like.
Okay, in my defense,
he got me there, and it worked.
In my
He was
defense,
fine. I didn't die. I didn't have a seizure.
I want to say, excuse me, young lady. For the record, you can drive yourself next time. Okay,
No, I
I'm getting a lot
can't
of
because I
gas
have
here.
seizures.
All right, fine. Then you can get in someone's trunk and Goodfellas your way over to Leah's.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So, you know what, Mahana, if you need a ride, I know it would be lovely. It'd be like picking up Bridgerton. Okay, it would be fantastic.
Kind of. I think at work,
okay,
they're like, you know what? They tell me all the time that I get away with far more than I should. I said it's the accent, literally. By the time they realize what I've said, I've already walked away.
Amazing.
See, I don't know.
Oh
we're talking about the con and stuff, and like, and no, Drew, I love you. You know I do, and I'm not trying to insult your driving. I was just giving you shit because it was funny because we kept like talking about it, but no, we're like Dean was talking earlier, like, you know, you get your expense account that you got to put in line, and like I said, I have seizures, so I can't work. I'm epileptic, and I'm on a disability, and like Terrificon is like 3 to 4 months worth of rent for me to pay for plane tickets and the hotel room, and I always throw down for the foot pass, even though I never end up using it to get ahead in lines or anything like that, just because you get the t-shirt, you get the bag, you get the badge, you get you get the whole experience that goes with it. And I always buy it like the day that it comes out. And this is my family con. So it's like, it's my one trip a year that I'm guaranteed to enjoy and love. And it is so perfect. I am so glad that this is the first con I went to, and this is the main con that I go to, because I've tried Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City. There is no way in hell you could get me to SDCC or NYCC. But probably not C2E2, because like, not money, it's the amount of people. When I went to Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City, like 75,000 people.
Yeah, and C2E2 is busy.
Even and I had press passes, so I could skip the lines, but there were people were like waiting for 4 to 6 hours to get in. And I'm like, by the time you get in, they're closing, you know, on the first day.
Yeah.
And they have people harassing you as you're coming in. Like,
New York is far too crowded. I don't want, it's not fun anymore for me. I really avoid it. And I even have a place to, you know, I have friends that I could stay with and make it a lot cheaper. But I just, it's not fun anymore. It really isn't.
Mitch has organized a con that's focused on comics. It has enough celebrities that it brings in some of those people, but they're comic-based celebrities or comic-adjacent celebrities.
Yes.
And it's comfortable. You get to know everybody. There's like everybody knows certain people, and I just
honestly,
I can't compare it to anything else I've been to.
If it weren't for Terrificon, I literally would not be here.
It's true. She's our first. She's the few people who walked up to her booth and was excited to see us, besides our parents.
That's awesome. No,
no, she was, and it's
she came every day.
It was a nice surprise seeing you on the show tonight, MJ. Honestly, I was
and I think the thing that I enjoy especially is every year it gets better. Like the team gets better, our organization is improving slowly. But you know, like I said, we have some of the best support in the world. We have some of the most fearless, talented nerds possible. We have a lot of fun. And like I said, my favorite is the end of the con meal, because it doesn't feel like, oh, this is just a bunch of, it feels like that end of the movie dinner where everyone's chilling and then we're all gonna go home and some sort of.
I was gonna say it's like the Avengers at the end.
I mean, I mean, that's exactly how it feels because all of us are exhausted. You can ask Carrie. I'm keeping track of my steps. MJ's usually in some heavy cosplay. So she shows up. She was like, I want food. I want drink. I'm sorry. I want food. I want drink. And don't anybody mention anything about fill in the blank here. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to.
Please, after. Please.
Yeah. Please just be. She just sits there like, I'm just happy to be here. I'm going to eat your food.
She's a watcher.
No, it's like, so, like, I got to get going too. My day starts at 5 a.m., you know?
Oh, yeah, no, it's okay. You're with MJ, there's a tentacle behind you.
The cat.
Yeah, that's Sheba. She's telling me, she's mommy, why aren't you in bed yet? It's time. She's literally trying to, because she won't go to bed till I go to bed.
I understand.
MJ, you don't understand. It just, as you were talking, it just slid up. I was like, yo, what happened?
Like a periscope. Bing. It's like, okay.
There's a sandworm.
I like a sandworm.
Adorable. You know, I was like, MJ, there's tentacles. I've seen this movie. Beware the teeth.
Have you seen that graphic? Someone is like a meme. Has Batman being dragged by Poison Ivy's vines, and it literally says, I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Oh my god, no. Wow.
That's outstanding. I've not seen that. That's brilliant.
I died. It was hilarious.
And John, I think you don't know this, but we have like these unspoken goals. And I think one is every year we try to break Leo to the point where he'll just say, what the fuck? And every time. And it's usually
for the 3 days that I see him and everything.
Yeah, exactly. But it's usually, funny enough, I think it's me. It's my personal goal. I'm like I just keep trying to push him. And at some point I'm just waiting for him to punch me. He'll never do it.
Yeah.
The problem is that I've learned like some of the triggers on Leo are like really bad triggers. And so I'm like, God damn it. I have this like Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. Fucking award-winning, amazing fucking comic.
He'll never read it.
Like, no, Leo, you shouldn't read it at all. Because some of your stuff has to do with like animal cruelty and shit. And it's like the Berenstein Bears meets a fucking serial killer. Yeah. And it's like the most adorable, murderous thing ever. And I got to meet the guy who drew an alternative cover because they're coming out with the second part of it. I don't know if you're aware of that, John, but they have a new series and it's like set in the future. And so like now all of a sudden like tech is available that can track back and like look at like the cold cases and stuff. And I believe it was one of our friend Coop's buddies who drew a cover that was like for issue number 1, but it was like at a local shop. So it's one of those like hard to track down variants.
Yeah, ghost variants and stuff. Yeah.
But it looked beautiful. But yeah, check it out. They have a new series started on Beneath the Trees.
Which title is it? It's Beneath the Trees? It's Tynan's book?
Yeah, it's let me check really quick and see what it is. Something like the spring. No, hold on.
Is it one of James's books, Beneath the Trees, or?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. Rite of Spring. It's Patrick Horvath.
Is the artist.
Writer and artist.
Oh, okay. So it's not James. I thought it was James Tynan's, one of James Tynan's.
I was going to say, I don't think it's a James book.
Is that Boom? Is that a Boom book?
It might be
it's IDW, actually.
Oh, okay. Oh, sure.
Oh, wow.
Okay, yeah. Greg sends me the emails for that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but there were. It's gorgeous. It's just such a great. But anyway, sorry, I'm just fangirling because
yeah. I'm about to say, Carrie, I love you, but we're coming up on over 2 hours, so we kind of need to cut this. Yeah. But I just need to say, John, I'm glad that you're part of our Terrificon experience. It's just it means the world to have you check in and the jokes and the photos and just thank you for for all the support and everything. Like
Well, thank you.
it really does mean a
Thank
world.
you. Truly, you guys have been incredibly welcoming to me, and including things, and I'll even say this here, that when money was tight, Leo's like, hey man, if you want to piggyback on our StreamYard, you're welcome to do it. I mean, that's the kind of generosity that seriously that goes above and beyond. And again, you guys flattered me from day one, showing my Ultimate Spider-Man appearances.
Hey,
but I look forward to seeing you guys every year in person as well. And as always, I appreciate when you guys invite me on. And I gotta reciprocate and have you guys figure out a reason to have us all.
Oh man, we all end up on John's show.
Jeez,
it's gonna be like that SpongeBob meme.
The reason why I don't do
hours later.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, the reason why I don't do multiple guests is honestly because I know it's hard to like coordinate a schedule. So at the very least, we could simulcast and everything sometime.
Listen, John, just let me know. I'll round up those little doggies. You know what I mean? I'll be like, let's go. John needs us. Squad, let's rock.
I was going to ask, when is the next book club? Because John has been doing this awesome thing with he and Bendis do a book club, and choose a comic, and we joined together. And it
was his birthday last week, so I know, and also I know Olivia's out of college. I think the girls, the other daughters, aren't quite at college age yet, and they, regardless, it's just been hard for us to coordinate. And also, we were debating on the book. They voted down my suggestion of Joe Casey's Sex, and they're like,
"Oh, I was going to read Sex."
Well, right now, and I believe this is the case, we're going to do volume 1 of 100 Bullets.
Yeah,
and I just wanted to get the
drop
date
that hard
before I let everybody know. But so that's coming up. And if I may, I'll also say that 2 guests that are coming next week. Tuesday, Philip Kennedy Johnson's coming on to talk about his House of L book that's coming and dropping this week. And then also our dear friend Matt Fraction with his brand new Batman starting next week.
Nice.
So,
Leo's love Matt too.
Post Labor Day, I got Philip on Tuesday and Matt on Wednesday.
That reminds me, I have to start reaching out to guests for the rest of our year. But
we need to do news. If you want to hang out with us for the news,
Kari, honestly,
news?
I was going to say, go ahead, Drew. If we're going to wrap.
No, I'm sorry, John. Kari, honestly, I think we're already past that. I think we should just put the news aside for next week. I mean, nothing is really time sensitive, and I don't want MJ to turn into the proverbial pumpkin before her shift. So she's yawning. So let's just sign it off and then probably call it a night.
Yeah. We'll wrap it up. Okay. So I want to thank everybody for watching this fine evening. You know how to find me, but more importantly, check out these awesome individuals here. And we'll kick it on over to John. Where do you like people following you?
Well, the website, wordballoon.com, but of course, anywhere you get podcasts, you can find me on most podcast platforms and the YouTube channel, Word Balloon. And you'll find me at least a couple times a week live. And then, of course, the audio as well. And I'm still churning out panels from Terrificon along with new stuff. So there you go.
Awesome stuff. MJ.
Hello. Well, people can find me on my Instagram, which is the Cheery Golf. Cheery, not cherry. My
big
Facebook
difference.
is yes, absolute big difference. I post all my cosplay shenanigans, my builds. Facebook is Mahana Jade Longwalker. That's how to find me.
Cool. Kari.
Okay, if you look at Kari Sanders over on Facebook, you will see an judgmental crow. The judgmental crow is me, yes, indeed, judging you. That has all of my different links. It goes to my writing stuff over on my Amazon writer page. You can read what I write. You can see me over on the Owlite Network, where we do a lot of different storytelling things, as well as some B-movie reviews and stuff like that. Otherwise, I'm just hanging out. Send me a message. Just let me know that you did. I'm here. I hang out. I have a squirrel as a roommate. That's my life. Please help.
Please help.
That's what I've got.
Drew.
That's Constantinople. Hi, everybody. It's clearly past our bedtimes for more than just MJ. So if you need to talk to me, Drew Mollo on Facebook, Ghostbusterman 1984 on Instagram, Drew Mollo on Blue Sky. We got a lot of great content coming out of Terrificon, and we're working on cementing this awesome year with a lot of end of the year great guests. So if you're not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to Splash Pages on YouTube and stick around. Love you all. Spray new to your pets. And thank you. God bless you.
Catch you later. Bye.
Bye, buddy.